How's this for ambient digs? Welcome everyone, how are you? My name is Breezy and welcome back to Easy Breezy TV. I've been gone for a bit, so now we're just gonna hang out, we're just gonna chill, we're just gonna see what's up, we're just gonna vibe. Consider this and ask me anything. Anything you want to know about me. I love AMAs, they're fun. A good little time to just hang out. I'll probably be chatting about like life and thoughts and things that have occurred to me in the past, looks at my watch, a couple minutes. But yeah, you know, that's life. These are the quandaries of our very existence. What are we doing here? That's too big. Don't ask me that question. I don't know the answer to it. So I guess you can ask me, but I will give you a very dishonest and funny answer. So with that being said, I'm gonna hydrate a little bit. I hope you are well, Evie. I see you're here. Welcome, welcome. How are you? How have you been, Evie? What's going on? How are things? What's going on? Do you like my new house? Yeah, so AI stole all of my work, so now I'm stealing AI back from itself. It's great, right? I love it. Water. It keeps you from dying. I'm a robot. Why do I drink it? I don't know. Just human, you know, euphoria. I guess feeling in place in my body. Speaking of that, we are 1 month away from my amazing, wonderful, magical Neo vagina. Can I get some love? Can we like, yeah. Golf clap. Yeah. It's coming up. It's coming up. I'm really looking forward to it. That's going to be it's been a long time in the works, but it's coming. It's coming. It's on its way. And it'll happen at the end of around the end of August. So get ready, everyone. Yeah, all y'all other bitches are done for. My metamorphosis is complete, baby. It's gonna be, oh my god, you don't even know. You don't even know. It's gonna up my game, make me a better gamer. I think it does that. I don't know. It has like an RTX like fancy fucking thing in it too. Is that even fancy anymore? I don't know. I don't keep up with tech as much as I should. But you know, I can almost crack a joke, and I'll take that. I'll take that. It's good on me. Good for me. Let me see here. What was I gonna talk about? There was like so much I wanted to address. Right, so y'all know I took some time off because I was having a little bit of some medical stuff, having a little bit of a feeling of like, oh, I'm stressing out. I'm having the panic attacks. What am I gonna do, right? Yeah, but I was a little panicky. I was probably overworking myself, so I took some time. I finished some commissions. I had like a really big, like one like massive job I wanted to finish, and I did, and it looks great, and the person I did it for loves it. So that feels great. I love that. So that go well. That's going great. Beyond that, I went out. Some of y'all saw some pictures. I went dancing for Pride weekend here at Portland with a friend. We got creeped on as per usual, unfortunately. But other than that, it was fun. It was fun. My friend looks really good in a daddy hat. She hot. So that went really great. We went out, we danced, we had a couple of beer, we had fun. She drinks harder than me, but probably only gets to the same level of inebriated, because that's the thing, I don't drink, so like it does not take anything for me. But that was fun. But yeah, the pills are weird. The pills are weird. I tried a new thing. I talked to my doctor, and I was saying like, hey, so the antidepressant, right? The antidepressant, the anti-anxiety, they're not doing great. Apparently, just because, like, you know, it was mostly doing okay, but it had me in a constant brain fog, and I was losing my mind, and I wasn't getting anything done, and I'm like, what do I do about this? Because on top of that, I was told by my pharmacist, not my doctor, that the combination of pills I was taking can cause heart palpitations. Now, as someone who has been having a couple of those more regularly, I began to think, what if I didn't do that? And if I don't take the anti-anxieties, the antidepressants make me angry. Sounds to me like the first thing isn't doing what it should be doing. So I kind of felt like a chemistry set, and that was especially so when we tried a new antidepressant and anti-anxiety at the same time my doctor said would be fine. If anyone says, do you want to take Wellbutrin? The answer is no. This apparently works well for no one, except for literally one person that I know, who basically braved it through the absolute worst of it until it worked. I do, however, personally know two very good friends who really gave it a shot, but it ruined their life for a bit. Yeah, it wasn't fun. Basically, it immediately kicks in. It has a ton of side effects. It's not fun at all. And it made me immediately stressed out, and I had my heart pounding out of my chest. My chest was really heavy, and I was dizzy, and I was like that for 24 hours. Just absolutely jolted. Don't recommend. Don't recommend. So now I am currently raw dogging it. I'm on no meds. That's not true. I was for a day, and that felt better. And now I'm taking like a diminished amount of what I was taking before. I'm gonna ease off it. I'm gonna get off all of my psych meds, and just safely and slowly. But I need to reset. I need to figure out what my current baseline is, where I'm operating from. Anyway, that was the heavy stuff. That's all I need to address. That was the reason why I took a little bit of time off. But here we are, and we're doing great. Honestly, right now I can say I'm doing pretty great. Feeling back in my element, back to the performative aspect of things, and really can't wait to get back into Danganronpa, which sadly we won't be able to do till Tuesday because, the wife, she's going to be home for the next couple of days, so yeah. But beyond that, it's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. Hey, have y'all tried the clap command? You can just clap. You can just make noise. There's no cooldown on this. I haven't made it break anything yet, but I bet if a bunch of people did, we could probably gum up the system. But that's a new thing we have. I want to make sure Joe Hendry still works, though, because I changed the settings. There he is. There's Joe. How you doing, bud? He is so not Jover. No, I guess that's not true. He is over in wrestling terms. Like, people love him. Look at that guy. He's so fun. He's so talented. He's so handsome. He make the Eurobeat music. I love the guy. Not Eurobeat. What, Europop music, I guess? Probably. I should know this. I'm me. Come on. Like, seriously. Anyway, that's what's going on with that. Bisky, how are you doing? Bisky! She taking a nap. She might genuinely just be asleep right now. I honestly have no idea. But yeah, so that's where we're at. That's my life. That's the breezy, everyone. That's how we're doing. I think I might have put everyone to sleep. I might be too calm. It may have happened. That might be what's happening right now. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Life's going good. Good direction for things. Can't complain. I am now here to hear all of your problems and quandaries and to answer them with a level of wisdom that can only come from two things. I don't know what they are. Hello, Moist Critical. Thank you, Evie. Yes, we need to make more noise in here. I'd play some music over this, but to be honest, I'm surprised my CPU will run this. I'm literally just capturing a window. And that doesn't seem like a lot of CPU, but if you've seen my computer, if you know what my computer is capable of, just having trouble with, it's pretty good. Pretty good that I'm making this run. I like it. It's not bad. It's not bad. It isn't bad. It's badless. It's badn't. It's not bad. Okay? It's a good computer. It's good. I don't know if y'all have seen, I did more artwork. I posted that up on the Discord, in the lewd thing for anyone who has the lewd pass. And yeah, wowzers, I'm getting better, aren't I? Those rough sketches are gonna make one hell of a final thing. I wish I could show you what I was working on for the last comm I did, but it's not for me to show. It will be the thumbnails of someone's videos that when they post those compilations, I will show you them. They were funny, they were fun to draw. I had a lot of fun doing that. I had a lot of fun working on those. So you gotta love that when you get like a commission that you're like, oh, I can't wait to draw those. They always want something fun done, and they were really good prompts. I have no complaints on that. Oh, that's the art front. What else? God, the art, the pills, the blah blah blah. Yeah, I mean, shit. What else have I done? I don't know. I guess I've been I might have been sticker bombing the streets a little bit. Trying to get my name out there. Trying to figure out how to network. Networking as a media creator, an artist, a VTuber, etc. Very gatekept. It's not something you can like find info on. And really, it comes from, I think, being popular in high school and having a million friends already in their formative years. Not having that It's a little more challenging, you know, it can be rough, but we'll get there. Other people have done it. We can make it happen. It happens, okay? It happens. We're gonna make it happen. It's happening. It's gonna come together. I believe that. I don't know why the hell my throat is all kind of weird. My throat's been better, honestly. Like, just getting off those meds immediately was like, oh, well, you know, maybe that was messing it up. Though, admittedly, I haven't been having the citron honey tea for the past couple days, and that... Listen, if y'all haven't had the wonderful Korean delicacy in a jar known as honey citron tea, what are you doing with your life? Throw that in some hot water, drink that, and tell me why it's like a million times better than any like cough drop or throat coat tea you've ever had. It's so good. It just cuts out the middleman. It's like, here's any inflammatory goop from, you know, bees, and here is vitamin C to your face with the rind and everything. Just drink marmalade. There, you're better. Perfect. And it works. It really genuinely does work. As a food aficionado, it was really fun to discover that. Ooh. Of course, right now I'm just drinking water. I just realized something. I got the air conditioner on. I got the fucking I don't need that. That's gonna be interrupting my audio. Hold on a minute. I can turn that off. I will be right back. Just a minute. And we're back. And I'm coughing into the mic. We're back. That sound clearer? I think that sounds cleaner. I like that. That works for me. Yeah, so, fuck, how have y'all been? How have you been, Evie? How are things? What's going on in y'all's life? I miss, like, catching up with everyone. I guess I kind of tried to do that in Discord, but, you know, I've been busy. Even if it's just looking after myself, you know? I just hanging out, just doing what I do. But I feel more zen about this. About my streams, about my art, about everything. More confident. I'm doing okay. Watched some anime with Sass today. I saw you're watching that vampire, that Punch anime. I've only seen episode 1 still. I gotta watch more of that, and I gotta talk to Sass about catching me up. I love that so far. I know, right? A YouTuber lesbian who's angry, who, like, yeah. Why would I love that anime? I don't know. Maybe a little bit. I want to see more. It looks so fucking good, what I've seen of it, and I want to catch up. I gotta see more. We didn't watch that today, but yeah, that show is really good. Yeah. What is it called again? I gotta get back into it. I gotta watch it, even if I just need to, like, hunt it down myself. Really cool. Really good anime so far. Really loving that. But not quite as up to date. Mayanaka Punch. That was it. Thank you. Yes. Also a tasty beverage. I really need to get back to that. That anime was really good. That was a really fun one. Really, really loving that. But yeah, I mean, you got like gay vampires and streaming. What more could you possibly want? That sounds amazing. Or I guess they were just like YouTubers. So I don't know what you'd consider that. I don't know. I don't know the tech lingo of the youngsters. What are the youth doing now? Hi, I'm Breezy.
Hi, I'm Breezy. I don't know what's going on with the youth no more. I haven't been in high school for a long time.
It's not just because I often skipped a few days. Yeah, it's more like a hype house YouTube sort of thing. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Can you imagine a harmonious lesbian hype house? No dudes, no drama, just big old hype house. That'd be nice. I like that. The idea that, like, you know, I guess that's just a polycule, really. Like, a harmonious hype house is just a polycule. Dick stuck in a VCR. What? Did it? Did that happen? What? Ah, oh no. That's a bad thing. Don't get it out of there. It's bad. You know, I'll say there's two things. Now that I'm going to get my surgery, I'm being careful of two very important things. I realized, flopping down on the couch the other day to a near miss, I have never, as a beautiful, flippant, wonderful, festive, girly cat girl, ever sat on my balls. It's never happened. Never once in my life. I've also never gotten my dick stuck in a VCR. It is up to me for the next month to not let that happen and to be able to say that it's never happened to me. Okay? I need to make that happen, or what a fool will I be? I want to be able to say for my entire life, I never had those happen, because I'm not going to have those soon, and I'll be able to say early. How many people get to say that? That their whole life they never got their balls or dick stuck in a VCR, having had a dick to and balls to destroy, and yet still not... I mean, come on. That's a unique situation. I could also mail my testicles probably to a congressman of my choice and be like, suck these. I've talked about that. I think that's a power move. I think if I say, like, hey... I had one pair of these, and I sent them to you. That's how much of a dick you are. I got to do this joke. I can only do it once. So Daffy would say. No, it's just that kind of video. Oh, yeah, okay, I got you. Speaking of Daffy, Evie, you know this. We rewatched Space Jam. That was a nightmare. I think Space Jam 1 was heavily overhyped. I remember watching it as a kid. I only remember the parts that were in the commercials and, you know, for the previews. And I don't know. I plainly remember when I was a kid watching that in the theater, I was like, I didn't know anything about sports. So I was like, who are these live people? Where are the Looney Tunes characters? I want to see Bugs Bunny. I want to see cartoons be funny. Where are they? There's so many things about that. The scale at which all the characters are portrayed by their distance of other things. They're like, the way that the rotoscoping is amazing compared to, like, you know, Roger Rabbit or something like that. But, like, there's so many things. If you, oh my god, have y'all seen the final scene of that? Like, well, not the final scene, but, like, have y'all seen the game that they play in the stadium and looked at the background? You can see the same characters doing the same motions looping. Some of them look like a PowerPoint presentation frame by frame, and some of them are really just like a PNG being squashed over and over again. And we were talking about, I think it was Evie said, like, someone probably made their money, like made their bank, absolutely made their place in movie history, figuring out how to make that look just the way it did. But in retrospect, it's something. But the worst thing is definitely gotta be, what's his name getting inflated. That was getting pancaked and then inflated. That is, oh my god, that's such a bad one. I've still got the images burned into my brain and I'm never gonna be able to get them out. Now, don't get me wrong, I still think the concept of everything behind, you know, the second movie, you know, it's all a cash grab. That's what movie is. That's what any kind of, you know, that's what any kind of media is a cash grab. But I'm saying, it was just a property flexing, is all. Just like, it was a giant ad for itself. But one, it was dynamic. It was, they tried for something. It was very, what's the word I'm looking for here? Probably very, you know, ambitious for what it was. And it was something, at least. It was something, at least. And I'll give it that. But it's not what everyone remembers it to be. I don't think it holds up very well. It's a very confusing film. If you want to hear more about me listening to films, as some of you know, Evie, I, Sasquatchulus, and my beautiful wife Jay have a podcast. It's true, we do. And we're called Put It on the List. And you can find us on Co-Host. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on YouTube, where Wife City was. You know, that's we're now Wife City Productions, and that's mainly what we put out right now. I hope you like it. We're very fun. I have a lot of opinions about movies. You can hear me completely drop my voice and just be like, oh my god, I hate films. These TVs is bad. Excuse me. Anyway, yeah, but that's me, and I'm on there, and I'm fun. And we're all fun. We're funny. It's a fun time. I already know what my next pick for a movie's gonna be, because I'm thinking maybe it's time for a wild card pick. I don't know. It might be. Depends on what I'm stuck with, but... Oh, when I do pick a wild card, I know what it's gonna be. I'm not gonna tell anyone. I don't even know how the hell we're gonna find our way out of it, even. Who can say? Not me. I don't know. What are you gonna say? What, you? What, you? You're gonna tell me what to do? You of all people? Do you really think you can do that? Anyway, how do you like this? I'm on like a little track lining, so I can just go from like, Anyway. Get up, sit down, jump around. Okay. Yeah, so that's fun. I hope you like all of my dynamics. It's great. What was I doing? Oh yeah, we need like let me throw this on here. There we go.
Anyway, moving on with that. So we're just gonna go ahead and I want to like, I'm trying to think what I want to play next. Because yes, we are still going to be playing Danganronpa normally. But I want to throw like some other random stuff in from time to time, just to keep it, you know, how the kids say, variety streams, you know. But I want to do something called like Metroid Juicy Mission. Looks to be a bit of a ROM hack of Fusion. It looks fun. I want to play it. Probably gonna do that. I was thinking of maybe finally playing Super Mario RPG, the original one. I've never done it. I could do it. I might do it. Should I do it? I might make that happen. I think a lot of people love that game. And you know what? I've never played it. I have gotten past the first zone and gone, yeah, okay, whatever. But I've got stick-to-itiveness. If we're doing it as a group effort and people are watching, I can have fun. It could be fun. We just gotta make fun. I just gotta narrate everyone and make them insane the way that I do. I think that goes really well. That's a really fun way to do things, personally. I think, personally. That goes pretty well.
So yeah, that's kind of my plan for that. Danganronpa... Okay, so listen to me. One of you was pointing out I was kind of onto something. This is gonna sound real cringy, I know. I was kind of rapping to like Shaggy's Wasn't Me, to the Killing Game. And listen, I'd be lying if I said a parody to that was not like 89% written by me already, and that I wasn't just waiting to find out how everyone else dies to add that to the chorus. Yeah, no, I'm gonna record that probably and like open up the finale with it. So yeah, that's my that's in the works too. Breezy's making music again. Oh no. I'm not really making music. I'm singing parodies. I'm doing karaoke. You know, that's not really making music. I miss making music, but I also don't miss slamming my head into trying to figure out how to mix and master, because I've never been good at that. We've never been good at that. It's not something we're good at, class. You know, we just can't do it. Danny, you know how to mix or master music? Can I pay someone to, like, if I start making music again, if I want to get that electronic death metal album out, you know, if I decide to start getting into music again when we get a house and have room for another guitar, like, I don't know. Does anyone know how to do that? Anyone want to be my producer? Maybe? Because much like I needed someone to rig me, I don't know rigging, but I know how to draw. I know how to prepare these little anime puppets, but I don't know how to make me move. I don't know robotics. It's not my thing. I can only design me. That's all I can do. That's what we got. This is calming ambiance. I admit, I'm almost kind of falling asleep, and I love it. It's nice. Just kind of a casual throw me on in the background and be like, hey, that's Breezy. She's talking. That means everything's good. If she keeps talking, everything's fine. If the Breezy stops talking, we all die. It's like Snowpiercer. Exactly. I said to myself. You know, it's Snowpiercer is a good film. That's something else we need to get on, put it on the list, actually. That would be a good one for the podcast. Just Snowpiercer. Just, here you go. Let's go. I have a lot to say about this. I don't know much about the series or the book that it's based on, but it's like Speed 2, cruise control. Yeah, if we don't control the cruise, we all die or something. I don't know, I've never seen it. You know what I did see? Too Fast, Too Furious, or was that Tokyo Drift, or was that 3? I don't know. But I haven't seen anything since then. All I know is that they abandoned the naming convention for every sequel, and it's fucking It's not only maddening, it is also kind of impressive that they can do that every time. You know, it's really something. And it just makes me think of the one with like the Donkey Kong head in it, the Civa Gunner rip. It's really great, you know, good stuff. Probably my favorite version of the DK rap, other than the just severely chopped up one. Coconut gun, CG, coconut gun, CG, coconut. If he shoots you, it's gonna be funny. There's a game I can't play. I'm not good at Donkey Kong Country. I think I played through those on Wife City, but I'm not playing that by myself. Not without Jay. She's the talented one. I don't know how to play those games. They're hard. That's like the mechanics of Mario, which I'm already not great at. With like a little bit added difficulty. I can't do that. Those Kremlins are going to crush me under their feet. I will be super dead. Super dead 64. Dunzo. Done for. Obliterated. Destroyed, one might say. You know, just absolutely gone. And I don't want that. I don't want to die. I want to be here for y'all. I want to be your friend. What was I? But yeah, you know what else I know? You know what else I noticed getting off the like, you know, the weird bads I've been on? I've been drawing more. I've been doing more drawing. I've been doing more illustration. And you know, again, and not just the not safe for work stuff that I share, but like I've been drawing more. I've got a lot of like sketches and line work in the works. I'm back on it. I feel more aware. I'm more alive. I'm more present, you know? You know what I mean? You know what I mean. You know how it goes. But that's really, 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 really good. And then I want to see here. There was something else that I wanted to throw up on here. I think for the sake of ambiance, while I'm waiting for a slightly larger crowd to come on in and ask me a bunch of random questions, I being the breezy, and you know, also what I should do. What if I change the name of the stream to Ask Me Anything? Because I didn't do that, and I want to. Let's see here. There it is. Stream information. AMA. Ask me stuff. Wahoo. That's what the algorithm wants. That's it right there. The algorithms. That's it right there. Okay. Alrighty, perfect. As I was though. Let me see if I can find like some wacky stuff here. Bunch of weird stuff happening on YouTube, you know, here and there. No, not like that. Not like that. Don't do that one. Capture that one. There you go. I'll probably be capturing this in another window, really tiny, and it'll be fun. People like it when it's fun. The people, they like fun. Go figure. But let's see here. I'm gonna look up some. What about? I think I know what we're gonna do. What's new on everything is terrible. Oh my god. What the hell? Oh no. Girls of the internet. I wanna see. Alright, here we go. Let me
Okay.
No. Don't do that. No. I'm not capturing yet. I no capture. You no play. I no capture. You no play. You don't tell me what the fuck to do. Window capture. Got that one. Let's make another window capture. Let's make it capture my thing. Oh, they love it when I capture my thing. Give me that. Let's do that. Yeah. There we are. Make that smaller. There it is. Okay. And actually, let's put you behind me. Ooh, that'll be a little bit more pleasing aesthetically. Okay, there we go. Oh wait, hold on. Whoop.
Okay, coming to you live over the internet.
This is just what I do, probably. Did anyone else check in today?
I'm Tess, and I use the internet to write music and to record music, and I have music up on the internet. Really, it's a renaissance in word.
I just started using the internet.
It's a renaissance of music.
Not knowing what email was. Sometimes I like change my personality.
Is this okay to have on you? I mean, I guess it is, because, you know, it's on YouTube.
Are you nervous about finally meeting me?
No. I know. You're just like my fantasy.
I jacked something. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I can't go into the deep details, but I was talking to my wife about, like, what if you went back and went like, let me watch the Three Stooges, right? Let me see what that show was like. It can't have been too bad, right? I remember it being a real romp. I've never seen it, but if I was like, let's watch it, and you throw it in, what if that, one of the most unassuming things in the world, was just like insanely racist? Like horribly. Like down to the name of the first like title card, and you're like, what the fuck was going on in this era? Are you serious? Like, just what if you just went back to something hyper unassuming and it was like the worst thing you'd ever seen? And it's just like, I didn't know. I didn't know Curly shouted that word at the beginning of the whole show. I didn't know. Like, that would be horrible. Like,
Hi, welcome to the internet.
it would just be the worst. Welcome to the internet. Deeper understanding. I got some G Fuel. Brought to you by G Fuel. I'm not brought to you by G Fuel. In fact, what if I just start saying, I'm brought to you by G Fuel, and then they have to represent me because they know that I'm representing them and they want to at least course the tides of things instead of let me perhaps ruin their brand. Maybe? No? Huh? No. I'll probably get a cease and desist, I know, realistically, but hilariously speaking, what if? Oh, hey, there's more. Yo!
Hello?
There's more of this guy. More Northern Lion.
They're gonna love me.
I have sound clips from him. Let me turn him up.
I'm a legend.
Let's watch Northern Lion. Fuck it.
Oh my god. He's a fucking legend, lads.
A fucking quarter past. Are you crazy? I'm screaming YOLO in Australian.
Exactly, Evie. We love Northern Lion here.
There. I can't jump over it, man. I'm too heavy. I got 77 pounds of malarkey on me.
Look at this guy who keeps track of how many pounds he's carrying. I never look at that.
Absolute governor.
I just go, yeah, I can make any jump doing anything, whatever. Let's go. And then I die immediately.
I love her, but her cooking ain't all that great.
What's this?
You know that one?
Happy
What?
Friday afternoon. Now we've done it. We've got to the end of the week. We have locked up our warehouse. We have parked up our vans. We have logged off our computers. And I've quickly popped into my favourite local pub for a
Who is
cheeky
this guy?
pint of beer. And look, a little bit of early dinner because the wife, I love her dearly, but her cooking ain't that great. And we've got stunning beef and outfire.
Cheeky pint of beer. Fuck my wife, she can't cook.
And of course a bit of gravy. And you know me, I never look when I pour, because I am the absolute governor. Now listen, guys,
He fucked it up. That didn't only covered like almost half of it. What are you doing, dog?
And listen, cheers to you all. You deserve it.
No. He's just like, I haven't seen it. That's a good cut.
Like doing a British accent is problematic.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of clips of that. It was a different time.
It was a different time.
Oh no, the British are gonna come for me.
You wouldn't survive the
I mean, they already do.
Dude. Like, it's
They
so
see me and they're
soft.
like, oh,
Yeah, he's a great
Maze.
father, but I
Oh,
stopped watching
hey, you know
it.
what they're like. You know how they are. That's what they like to say. They take a good look at me and they go, Breezy, you're so attractive. Oh, Breezy. Breezy, you're so hot. You're so cute. I can't stop thinking about you. So I'm gonna be mad at trans people. And then it's like, no, you can just like worship me from afar. Hemomancer. What is this anime about? Hemomancers. Vampires.
to other people, and you.
And what about this? Influencer, a YouTuber.
I want to talk about that on like a podcast or something.
Oh man, that's just the running joke. You could keep going forever. You could just keep rolling on that cheaply, permanently.
Dude, I saw the craziest tweet today.
I would, but I want to listen to Northern Lion too.
Was like, do you think you could drive a monkey to suicide without physical harm or some shit?
What?
And then the quote was like, yeah, I would create a lab situation where I have a that has no bullets in it, and I would dry fire it into myself and give myself a banana every single time, and then I'll give the monkey a loaded gun.
Why? What do you mean?
Was the funniest fucking thing I've like ever read in so long, dude.
Dude, it would probably work.
That's terrible.
It would 100%, which is the like scary part, dude. Like, who has thoughts like that? It's banana time.
I do listen. I do occasionally have those errant like dark thoughts. Like, it was funny too. I was like right off of that crazy pill I took when they had me on Wellbutrin, and it fucked me up. I was walking Bisky, and there's this lady who has this small dog that her whole thing, I swear to God, her dog starts shit with my dog, right? Starts barking, going crazy, and pissing my dog off. And she knows it. And she will come walk over where I am when she's walking her dog just to piss my dog off. And I thought, what if I just let Bisky off of the chain and just said, you want to go say hi? And like, Bisky just tore that thing to shreds. And I would be like, oh, she's just being friendly. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. If you need any more proof I needed off of that pill, it was the manic decision making that I was only narrowly avoiding. I think I knew that wasn't gonna happen, but like in my head, I'm like, what if? That scares me. These thoughts, they worry me. It's a bit much. It's a bit much. It's a little bit much. A little tiny bit.
That'll work on me, I think, actually. Like,
oh my god.
No, I just hate bananas.
Did you replace the banana with like taco? Bro, that's working on me. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
wait, so did they actually do this experiment, or was it just a theory?
No, it was just a tweet. Brain exercise.
It was a tweet. You know,
like, that'd be so scary.
that's the same thing as doing a full scientific research, right?
Oh yeah, it's like I shoot him and I get a banana.
Yeah.
I did see the tweet that was, does anyone have that
Oh,
video
no.
of Aiden Ross live reacting to breadcrumb
Oh,
trail
no.
last night?
Oh damn, Sarsak had a thing. They had to move storefronts. Oh no.
Bro, am I gonna get banned? Bro! Did I let you...
Couldn't he
Everyone who
close
said,
the
"NL,
song?
You gotta see this? You're
What is
absolutely
that?
right." I added you.
What
to
do you
Discord over
mean?
that. I did, because I knew that I would talk about it the next day.
God
When he
damn
goes,
it.
Like, when the...
Oh.
Yo, what the fuck? Chad, am I gonna get banned?
Gonna get copyright strike.
I heard the fortune teller screaming back at me.
Scream! Why? It's scream time, baby!
I still think it's crazy. I know we've talked about it ad nauseum.
Oh my God.
Trail is like a sad song. It's not. It's a
Yes.
song about a teenager's perfect day, brother. What do you mean it's a sad? Maybe it's a little melancholy.
Perfect
The lyrics
day.
are nice, sad.
Nothing's gonna
I
get in
wouldn't
my
go
way.
that far.
Wasn't that a song?
Come on.
Wasn't there a song that was just like, it's
it's the
my
least sad song
perfect
on the
day,
album.
nothing's gonna get in my way, some shit like that. Whose fault was that song? I honestly to this day have no idea who did that. Obviously it's very temporary place in, you know, pop culture, shows how shitty it was, but now I'm like, who was that? Who do we have to blame for that? Oh no, I wanna know. I want names. So then I can be like, hey, continue to stop it. Was attached to the Nickelodeon film Snow Day. That would have probably been where I heard it. It was a long time ago, so yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. It was really bad. Not a good time. Not a good time. Don't recommend it. Don't see Nickelodeon's Snow Day film. It is not good. Actually, let me see how it did. Let me see how it did on like I don't know. Is that on like Rotten Tomatoes? I don't think that counts as a movie. Let me see. Nickelodeon Snow Day movie. What did people think of this? Tell me. Snow Day is it's only, what? That's a 2022 musical 2022? That's not right. No, that's not the Nickelodeon one, that's why. Nickelodeon Snow Day, there's a different film. There's a different film. I'm a kid, I'm an adult. That's me. Okay. 2000, that sounds right. Snow Day is a 2000 American comedy film by Paramount Pictures and Nickelodeon Movies. It was originally planned to be a movie based on the adventures of Pete and Pete, but this idea was aborted, and the film has I love a film being aborted when it had to do with, like, children. What a use of words. And then the film was rewritten as a standalone story. As of 2024, Snow Day has yet to be broadcast in any of the Nickelodeon TV networks, which notably makes it the Nickelodeon movie with the largest period between its theatrical release and any actual airing on the channel. A musical remake was released on Nickelodeon and Paramount in 2022. Oh, okay. So wait, did it not happen? Wait, has yet to be has yet to be broadcast in any of the Nickelodeon TV networks. Or, oh, okay, no, okay, so this was in, like, actual theaters. It just didn't, I was wrong. It was attached to Legally Blonde! Same artist, though. Oh, let me see. Legally Blonde. How did that go? Yeah, 2001, so same time, too. Same time around then. How did this rate? What do people... What's the score on this? Let's see. Legally Blonde. Tomatoes. What are we looking at? Rotten Tomatoes. Really? Legally Blonde, 71% in the tomatometer and 72% audience score. That's a lot better than I thought that would be. What do you mean? Like, really? Sarzak, hi! How you doing? Welcome, welcome. We're talking about old films. How you been? What's happening? What's going on? I hope you're well. May I shout you out? Welcome, welcome. We're having a very chill day. As you can see, I have a very chill background, and it's just kind of an ask me anything. We're just hanging out. We're having a good time. How you been? Let me shout you out here. It's Sarzak. He's the man. I've drawn him before, I'll probably draw him again. It's not working! Why isn't it working? That was a thing. The shout out command no workies? Why no workies? Shout out, what do you mean? What does it mean? Maybe slash shout out? Maybe. But that doesn't have the fancy quirky thing that goes off when I want it to. Let me see, Sarzak. Okay, it does that. You know what I gotta do? There's this thing that happens. Hi, Inquisitive Raven, how are you? What's going on? I'm gonna fix a thing real quick. You gotta sometimes go into Cloudbot and toggle it in Streamlabs, as it were. Sometimes the bot just goes kaput, and you gotta hit or you gotta kick it again, and then it does the thing that you want it to do. You know, that's how it tends to go. Let me fix that right now. You'll see how easy it is. Watch this. This is not my first rodeo. Pop that in there. Give me a little bit of. What do you mean? Oh, log in with Twitch. That's why. Wait, you don't have a Twitch channel.
You are nothing! You have no Twitch channel! Now get out of... Oh, it's you. Please, come on in.
That's what it's like sometimes. That's what it do be like sometimes. But yeah, how are you? Raven, how are you? I hope you're well. What's going on in your life? How are things? I was just talking earlier on about all the stuff I've been going through and how I'm doing a lot better. And it feels great. It feels good. Show me my Cloudbot. Show me all of my dumb thingies. Cloudbot, there it is. We just got to... What do you mean it isn't active? Activate Cloudbot! There you go. Alright, now let's try. If I do shout out Sarzak. It's not doing the thing. Yeah. You know what else I put in Sarzak? I have a new thing. I saw someone else with it and I was like, it's time for me to get the clap. That didn't sound as good when I said it out loud, but golf clap. You can spam that as many times as you want, copy pasting and entering. Like it creates more claps. So now I have a way for people to either half-assedly or tumultuously applause my things that I do. It's very useful. Hi, Caro. How you doing? What's up with you? How are things? What's happening? What's going on? Do you like my chill background? Everything's just really nice, really chill, really good. Waves. Hello. Woke up from nap. Welcome back from your nap. I hope you had a good nap. I hope things are going well for you. How you doing? I still don't know why I wasn't able to create a little pop-up here. I usually have a thing that goes off that's like, oh, here's a clip from the person that I just shouted out. But it isn't doing it. It's not doing the thing. I don't know why it's not doing the thing, everyone. You know, I think I want to live in a world where it does the thing, you know, but it wouldn't let me. And I, for one, I am bemused. I am upset. I am scared. I am aware of my own reflection. I am finding my pop-up for this. Where the hell does that come from? Where is my little thingy? I had a little thingy, but it's not little thingying. I don't know. Reflections spooked me out. No, yeah, you see them and you're like, ah, all right, it's just me. That's just me. I'm all right. I'm good. They say dogs are very intelligent and that they should at least like know their reflection, but not Bisky. Sometimes, you know, we come up to the front door, she sees her face in the glass and she's like, who the hell's that? It's like, Bisky, you idiot, that's you. I love you, but come on. Seeing me is the part that spooks me out. Oh no, I'm sure you're gorgeous. I'm sure you're very, very pretty. I'm sure you have tumultuous boobies and an hourglass figure and you so fine. Raven, I'm sure you look amazing. Yes, of course, I say this regardless of anyone's gender, mind you. You have beautiful tits and you're looking amazing. Each one of you. Sarzak, Raven, Caro, you're all looking amazing and sexy and beautiful, and I wish I was as femme as you. You're killing it out there. I love it for you. You're just absolutely destroying it. This is one of my favorite things. We're doing a little bit of let's do a little bit of tech support here. While I'm figuring this issue out, let's watch more Northern Lion. It'll be funny. Let me just click onto here.
He's not even the best comer in the band. Did you see that the Gary Busey buttered?
Yeah, no, it's not gonna work. But yeah, I'm gonna look that up. We're gonna find the thingy here. Where's my... What's that? Oh, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's why. Okay. We can get rid of that. Whoop. Also, this is an Ask Me Anything stream, so if there's anything you want to ask me, any burning desires and deep questions, please, feel free. I'll answer them with something. Corgi, welcome! How you doing? Welcome to the chillest fucking stream I've ever done. We're relaxing, we're hanging, we're asking me anything. Welcome. How are you, Corgi? I hope that you are well. I'm trying to fix a chatbot thingy in my little pop-ups. I think this starts a... Let me see what the command does here, because that starts up a thing. Shout out, target URL, target name, yada yada. I think that's supposed to create something. Target game, target URL. Yeah, so I have a shout out thing that supposedly like pulls up, like it has a clip. You're just chilling? Hell yeah. What are you doing planning meals? I need to get better when making meals that last a few days. That's a fun one, and I have a pretty good one. I don't know if you have a pressure cooker, but if you don't, you can do this with a couple of large pots. What I will do traditionally, I will cook Japanese curry with like a whole flat of meat, cut up some like big carrots and onions, and you know, and put some meat in there, and potatoes, bunch of potatoes, like yellow potatoes, best one. You cook that, you pressure cook that if you can, you pot cook that if you want to boil it a little bit longer, depending on what your hardware is. And I'll make a whole serving of that, like a whole, you know, like big vat of it, large pot of that stuff. but also I will make 4 cups of rice. You then get a bunch of containers. In my case, they're like large round ones that hold about 1 serving, 2 servings each of like a good helping of like Japanese curry altogether. You line the bottom half with rice, you put curry on top, boom, you got a bunch of food. Another fun one, onigiri. I have cooked a little bit of like meat or a little bit of just whatever, popped it into, I got a press for making rice balls, and that makes making onigiri so much easier. If you just can make the portions by pressing it into a mold and go, yep, it's held together, here's a little bit of seaweed on that, boom, it's done, it's sealed, it's uniform, easy to keep, easy to put away for later. Rice is just basically free carbs. They give you energy and you can put food in it and it's good for you. Easy. There's another one, I'm sure. I'm trying to remember what it was. There was another like big... Oh yeah, the other one, I make a lot of like goat cheese pasta. If you make like, get you some crushed, like not even chopped, but get like crushed roasted red pepper. Not roasted red pepper, some crushed roasted tomato, sorry. Crushed fire roasted. Get that with all the little, like all the dark stuff on it, right? So what you do is you take that, it's already blended because it's crushed, pop that into a pressure cooker, add a whole thing of pasta. Traditionally, I tend to use penne, throw in a little brick of goat cheese, and just cook that. Just cook that thing. Actually, don't put in the goat cheese. Don't do that. Actually, never mind. Don't do that. You want to put in the pasta, that sauce, and like a little bit of like, you want to fill that up with water. That's like, I'll share the recipe because there's probably more exact numbers for this than I'm expressing. It's been a little bit, but like you put a little bit of balsamic vinegar in there, and it's so good. It's like so good. But it's one of my, I can make a bunch of pasta. It's really good and it tastes nice. And I usually make it with like cut up some vegetarian sausage. I'll cut up 2 of those, pop them in. And that decreases the amount of stuff I need to buy for the next week at least. I think you'll love it. I'm going to share that. I have a thing for that. I have a recipe, and I'm going to share that with you. Because I know that also has like a variety that's done in the pressure cooker and one that isn't. Yes, I will. You'll love it. I love it. And that's the thing too. As I get busier, and Jay and I are busy with stuff, me with the streaming and the artwork, her with having a real job, we need to get other stuff done, and there's just not a lot of time for me to cook as much. So I'm just like, I like making a thing that I'm like, here's food for the week. At least half of the week we're both eating. And that comes in handy. It's really good. So I will share all of those with you. I want to make everyone better at that. Another fun kitchen tip. You want to cook more, get a big fuck off knife. Go to an Asian market, get a big like vegetable knife or like a big like just kitchen knife, one of those curved ones that's just like, okay, this can cut meat, this can cut veggies, just get a honer. If you can't sharpen it with your own whetstone, which listen, I don't do that anymore either, it's a pain in the ass, but get one of those things that lets you kind of like, they call them sharpeners with like the 2 ceramic rods in it, but that just kind of hones the blade straight. Basically, before you use that blade, run it through there like 16 times, wipe it off. When you have a knife that will cut through something easily, it's so much more fun to cook. The reason it can seem like a pain in the ass to cook sometimes is because you have an annoying knife that doesn't cut through something, and you just end up trying to cut this thing, and you're like, this is just, you're fighting with it, it doesn't quite get through, you're risking your fingers every time. Use proper cutting etiquette, keep that little like that little claw so that like you always keep the tip of the knife to the cutting board and just like shuffle it inward, and that just immediately, you can fine cut things. It's easy to do. If your knife can't cut, it's a pain in the ass, but if it can, cooking becomes very fun. It's very, very fun. There's something very therapeutic about cutting through something, especially if you're like, "Hi, I'm Mr. Onion." Wait, what are you doing, you crazy bitch? Which I will do sometimes on my own and laugh at myself and wonder if how my brain's doing. But it's fun. It can be fun if you want to do that. I've done it sometimes. I swear I'm not doing it all the time. That would be crazy. That would be a little weird. But yeah, no, I mean, get a big fuck off knife, keep it sharp, and that will make sure that you cook more. Cooking can be fun. I learned very early how to cook basic things, and I learned all the essential rules because that's the thing I run into. People are like, I don't have everything for a recipe. when you know how to cook, when you learn how to cook, and I can share all of my information actually. I made in the Discord, I made like a life skills thing, I should share it there. Like basically all the basic rules for cooking are you need like an acid, a base, a protein, yada yada. The mise en place of like getting all the stuff ready to go. Not the foie gras. That's like duck paste. What's the word for like just the initial thing of like celeries, carrots, onions for a lot of things is like you cut that up in oil and that's like the beginning of cooking anything. This is gonna be a big help. Thank you. Hell yeah, I'm glad. That's what I do. I live to help. I think that I want to share about like all of that stuff because if you know how to cook, you don't need a recipe. You know what goes together, you know what you can omit from something if you just don't want to put it in, or if you just don't have it, how you can make something work. Cooking is actually very simple. And if I can teach people those basic skills over on the Discord, I think that'll help everyone's game. It's just knowing how to turn ingredients into food. Knowing that is the most powerful thing in the world. I am definitely I am the woman respecting Sanji of this ship. Like I'm not a creeper, but I am really good at cooking. I am the person on the ship that knows how to cook. That's me. I'm like, what if Nami knew how to cook and then we didn't need Chef Boy? It would be great. It would be the best version of One Piece is still going, isn't it? I should probably catch up with it and read all of it that I'm not up to in the anime because everyone's gonna know what the One Piece is and I don't want it to get ruined for me. Like eventually that's gonna pop up and it's like I wanna know. One Piece is apparently ending soonish. That's what I hear. And so I'm worried that like we're gonna learn what the One Piece is because he says the One Piece is real and we're gonna find out what it is. I want to know, but I want to come upon it organically, and I just don't think I'm gonna have a chance to. I think everyone's gonna know, and it's gonna be like, well, spoilers. Here we go. But I want to but especially since Jay dragged me through almost all of the animated series up to this point, I'm like, I don't want to not be able to come across that naturally, but I feel like it's kind of pointless. There's no way I'm going to be able to read up to that point. But like, God, I love the new animation style though. The more recent cartoons, like, they've made him very cartoony, Luffy. He goes bonkers mode. He's just an actual Elder God now. Luffy has just become like an actual Dark Souls boss, and I love him. He's amazing. He is Rubber Man. I am the man made of the rubber. Boing. Why am I like this? Why do I talk like this? What's happening? It's possible. I'm making my way through case closed. I'm halfway there. Halfway there. I got like, I'm trying to think where I am. We just finished like Whole Cake Island. And like, I think we started on the next one and we've kind of fallen off again. But I'm behind. I need to, I mean, like, especially with the manga, like, I can't even imagine catching up with it, and that's where I would need to reach the conclusion on time. But like, there's no way that the anime is going to come out and come to the ending before I hear about it, right? Like, before I know, I want to find out on my own. It'll be fun. You know? It's such a good show. I mean, leave it to... Well, that's the thing, too. You'd say, like, leave it to the anime that's been on longer than the fucking Simpsons to be one of the greatest anime ever with the most heart-wrenching scenes. But the reality is, much like the Simpsons, if something goes on too long, it can suck. And don't get me wrong, especially with the arc of you know, I almost said Shinji, of Sanji becoming a fucking, like, shitty, like, sex pest weirdo, and just, like, to the point of, like, you know, where they got all the weird kind of gay panic stuff where it's like, man, like, the fucking Water 7 handled gayness so well. There was that little, like, fucking place that the queer people had set apart in the prison that's just like, man, I want to live here. There's a bar and a bunch of just, like, realistic queer people, and it's so cool. And then they got all weird with it later, and they were just like, whoa, gay panic, here come people with beards and dresses, and it's like, dog, come on. What the fuck? You had this. You were doing this well, and then you fucking screwed it up. You were this close. I don't know whose decision it was. I don't need to know. It's annoying. But other than those couple of foibles, no anime has, like, consistently made me feel feelings the way that that one does. It's just really, really good. I imagine if, like, Hunter x Hunter went on as long as that did, that might have as well. You know, I had some moments. At the end of the Chimera Ant arc, I fucking cried. Just the release of that, watching the breaking down of a very powerful character just in that moment. I won't give spoilers, but just like, goddamn, my fucking heart, my fucking feelings. One Piece is amazing. I love it. I saw a lot of One Piece people just like wandering around town, like they were just wearing attire. I'm like, man, good people. I love the city. Frerin is nowhere near as long, but it's still pretty good. I recommend it. Ooh, I don't know that I've seen that. I will have to check that out. Thank you. Always looking for new things. I was just telling everyone earlier, I'm trying to catch up. I saw the first episode of the YouTuber anime with the lesbian vampires. It's pretty good. The first episode anyway, and there's a couple episodes I'm not up to date on, so I want to see the rest of it because it sounds like it's going pretty good. So I want to look at that one. It's I don't know, it's piping up to be rather promising. Well, yeah, lesbian vampires. Sasa and I have told you about Frerin. I've not gotten to it then, Evie, but you will have to make me watch it. We'll have to sit down and catch up on all the anime. What's it called? It's about the elf. Oh, the one about the elf! Is that the one where she like sleeps with herself? In that one episode that there's like the memes about? Hold on, let me see. It's up here somewhere. Mayonaka Punch. Mayonaka Punch. It's basically about this girl gets canceled for being like angry and like hitting one of her castmates on their YouTube channel, and she gets deplatformed and she's just like trying to make it work, and then oh hey, here's a sexy fucking vampire who thinks she's hot, and it's like, do go on. I'm listening. That's all I needed to know. So I'm in it to win it. I wanna watch it. I'm in for the full ride. I would love to see. Yeah, it looks cute. I'm in too. We're in it. We're gonna watch it all. We're gonna maybe after we're done watching all the Sailor Moon, we can be like, Caro, we're gonna stream more anime. Let's fucking go. I was a little like mildly bummed about like, you know, having to push off, like all the Sailor stuff again, but it's like, like much like I had to take a fucking entire week off. It's like, I understand, like get rest, like be well. I would never ask anyone who shares any wonderful stuff with the community to like, where were you? You didn't hold up to your promises.
I, for one, am unhappy. I am far from smitten. I'm so angry. I'm going to fire you.
No, not at all. I don't give a shit. Like, take care of you. The number one. Listen, everyone out there, take a deep breath. Hold it for a moment. Exhale. Take care of you. Okay? First things first, before anyone else or anything else matters, make sure you're hydrating. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you ate something. That's it. Just take care of you. You need rest. Take a nap. I take naps. They're good. Do that. But do what you need for you to be well. Because you matter. You're awesome. And no matter what society and capitalism tells you, you're doing enough. I mean that. I'm not just phoning that in. I mean that quite genuinely. It's something I need to hear pretty often too. But it helps. It's a little mindfulness exercise that's very, very important to keep in your head. Yeah, and you got to remind yourself almost every day, just like, hey, you're okay. You're doing all right. It's all right, you know? It's gonna be me hiccuping and burping at the same time. It's going to be okay. It's gonna be all right. But yeah, I see what y'all do and what y'all put out and all the things that y'all talk about over on the Discord, and I'm like, man, people are great. I love people. I'm meeting more people here too. I'm making more friends in the city. I'm being more outgoing, and it's been a lot of fun. Got to know a bartender. Might want me to do a little bit of artwork, so I'm like, hell yeah. Man, gay bars are so great. If y'all haven't been to like a good queer bar, like come visit me in Portland, and we're gonna go dancing. Let's go dancing in our tripwear. You know, and it's funny too. You would think in such a city it wouldn't be that much of an outlier, but I walk around town in a green trip skirt and I get compliments on my outfit like super fucking hard. Like, people think I look amazing. I'm like, I'm just dressing naturally. This is how I feel, you know? This is what I'm about. I'm bright, you know? I'm bright and dark. Like, I like neon and I like just wearing black, and they mix very well. Look at me now. That skirt I was wearing would go really well with this outfit. You gotta have contrast. I now approve of Portland's tea shops. Oh yeah, could you order the what was it, the tangerine aged pu'er? It's really good. It's really, really good. I love that one. I'm also loving, as I break open like the cakes, the little like wrapped bricks of the pu'er, like those are amazing because they differ slightly. Like, go figure, as an organic product, some of them have different flavors. Some of them tasted a little bit more like that tangerine one, you know, minus the citrus, but like as a black tea in its profile, had more of that going on. But then the other ones had more of that almost like wicker chair, kind of like you're near an antique store kind of scent to it. And then like I've had a third one now, and like, they vary. It's beautiful. It's amazing. I love it. Yeah, I find that there's, you know, when it comes to teas that are more, you know, in that fermented realm of things, there's more variation, and that's really neat. I love that. You can also brew those for like centuries. You can just like, I get like 8 brews out of that in like a small teapot, and I'm just like pouring that in. Matt is a freaking hatter, jittering, going, I love tea. And Jay doesn't really care about like fancy tea either, so I'll be sitting there drinking this whole thing, losing my mind, going like, yeah, because tea highs are weird. You don't get like jitters. You don't get like, oh, I had too much caffeine. You get like usually just like you're very aware, you're very awake. Colors are brighter, but it's just more of a manic state. It's not like you don't feel shaky. You just feel like everything's great. God damn, are my eyes open? You know what I mean? Like a holistically energized kind of feeling, if that's the best way I could really describe it. But tea highs are wild. You just feel very, very there, very awake. And so that I'll get crazy on that stuff, but it's really, really good. And yeah, no, like the other thing, if you like green teas, Raven, if you ever want to, I actually recently got another container of their, I think it's, what is it, like Dragon something? I gotta look it up again, but I got a green tea there that I've bought before, and it's still really good, still really uniform, still really wonderful. They make some damn good ones. Not dragon fruit. I want to say dragon tips, but that's not it. I'm gonna fuck up the camera. I'll be right back. Let me look at what it's called. No, I remember. Never mind. It's called Dragonwell. Dragonwell green tea. That loose leaf green is. Oh my god, it's all of the beautiful kind of like grassy feeling that you get from a deep sencha, but at the same time it has more of that, I don't want to say sweet because that's not what I mean, but like I know how some green teas can be a little too vegetal, but it's not. It's like it has like this full rounded nice kind of almost matcha-like quality to it. You know, kind of like something dusted with that wood. It's really good. It's just really, really good. And I really love that. Yeah, that one's good. I haven't had that shop's version of a lapsang souchong, but I want to, because I imagine they do a wonderful job with it. If anyone hasn't heard of lapsang souchong, it's a smoked tea. It's a black tea that is basically smoked, and it basically tastes like liquid smoke and black tea, and it is I'm not gonna lie, you know, it's a savory tea. But it's very good. It's the beginning of being real adventurous with tea. I would try that before diving into like a pu'er brick or something more kind of like, oh, I need to know the tasting notes to appreciate drinking something that tastes like a deep chair. But, you know, and it does, and it's good. Like non-derogatory, chair flavored, beautiful. But, you know, made out of like elephant wood or something like that. But yeah, it's, this is more just kind of like, yeah, just smoky. It's just nice. It pairs well with like the right, like a lot of food, really. You know, and like really any tea goes good with little cakes. If you could buy like little sweets, put those on a plate decoratively and just have a little tea set with your friends. I miss it. I used to have tea friends. We used to do that. It was nice. Have a little like kind of high tea in the afternoon. I'd also recommend a Chinese gunpowder or Russian caravan tea. Yeah, I have to say I burned out on gunpowder because I was all about that for a while, and I don't know, the flavor got too strong for me over time. But those can be good. I've never had a Russian caravan though. How is that one? What would you describe the flavor profile as? I've had Dragon Pearl is usually what it's called. Some of them do, but like there's like a rolled green teas and balls. You can get like what is it? Just like. What's the word I'm looking for here? It's like a, I don't remember. But there are little teas that are just kind of rolled up in balls, and they're really good. Like these little pearls that just kind of unravel into their bits. and they're really good. They're really, really good. But it's I'm gonna look up the word. I gotta know what the hell is this thing called. It's gonna drive me nuts. Jasmine tea. There's a lot of like jasmine tea is really good. I have a lot of black jasmine tea, a lot of green jasmine tea, but those green jasmine teas that are just like those rolled up leaves just are they're so nice, and they're fun to brew too. Blooming teas. Here's a pro tip on blooming tea. Get a medium-sized glass teapot for that. A lot of people buy like a massive teapot, and it's like, that's not going to really flavor the water. There's too much water. It doesn't need to be that showy. But as long as you get like a medium to like small size, you know, you can just brew that a few times. You can keep it and brew it later, some of them. Friends took me to a little tea house for my birthday last year. It was nice. Hell yeah. The fanciest one back in my hometown I would go to, not in my hometown, but in my home state. It was a couple cities away, but I would go there on my birthday with friends. I haven't had an excuse to don my tea dress in a while, but I miss it. I miss getting to wear that. It has little macarons on the skirt and wear a petticoat to fluff it out, and I got a nice little boob window. I'll show y'all pictures of that if I haven't yet. I feel like I have. Had my like Pornhub wig on, you know, my pink and black hair. But I'll find those images and show y'all. It's probably one of my favorite little like really going out looks. Yeah, no, it's so cute. It's a really, really good one. Everyone needs a tea dress. Everyone needs a little like semi-Lolita tea dress. They just look like, you know, I look like a maid, but I'm not cleaning anything. I have butlers for that. Here now, buttle my place. Buttle it, I say. It's probably a Family Guy joke. I hate that. I hate that so much. But yeah, no. Oh, not a 3-minute ad break. That's another thing. Listen, y'all, I'm going to work on getting ad breaks figured out. I want to shorten them. I was talking about it a little bit when I was hanging out on Sarzak's stream. I was talking about, like, I want to decrease the length of my ads because I don't make very much from ads, if at all. And so I'm realizing like that extra cut I get from making them a little bit longer really doesn't benefit me. The kindness of y'all's hearts giving me subscriptions is really what, you know, kind of keeps things puttering along. And I don't need longer ads bothering people for that. Like, I don't, it gets to a point where it's a bit much, you know? It's a bit much. It's too much. Don't love it. Not a fan of it. In fact, I should even have a button up here where I can just like put those on snooze because I don't even want ads right now. It's not what I'm going for. You know, so I'll look into that. I'm actually going to probably hyper shorten the ads to something like a 30-second thing or like a minute at most. Because it doesn't need to be as long as it is. What do I have, like 3 minutes right now? It's too much. 3 minutes? You know what you could be doing in 3 minutes? Slacking off and almost starting to do a thing like I do, right? You know what I mean? Right? Exactly. Hopefully getting rid of the brain fog is going to be helping that too, though. That's going to be very nice. Have y'all heard any new, like, good music? What are y'all listening to now? I was shown, my sister showed me the most me-coded thing in the world, and you heard a little bit of it when I was, like, on my starting screen. But it was, it's called, the guy's name is, like, Evil 9, and he did a track with Aesop Rock, and it's, like, from, like, 2004. And it's really, really good. And that whole album is just mostly that guy's turntablism. He's just a really good DJ, and he's working with a few other artists. It's really good. Especially, I grew up with, I don't know if y'all have ever heard Tectonics. Really good album. Amazing turntablism. You got a lot of people on there. Like, you got especially, like, you hear, like, Propeller Heads. You got, like, the Scratch Perverts on there. Like, notable people in turntablism and, like, just DJing and scratching and all that fun stuff. Which, for an ADHD mind, is a wonderful thing to listen to. And it reminded me of that, a lot of the breaks and a lot of the like more instrumental tracks, and there's like some really great vocals from a lot of people on there. I'm just like, this is so good. This is just so freaking good. I love this, and it's like the most me-coded thing that I somehow completely missed out on. Just didn't even know it existed. So Evil 9, I don't know if they're still making music, but they're in my radar now. I'm looking out for them. That's the big thing I found though. Have heard a song or two from Baby Metal recently. They sound neat. I don't know much about music. It isn't really nerdy stuff, though. No, I mean, not at all. Like, you know, I really love them in their time. Honestly, I didn't know they were still making music, but I guess it shouldn't surprise me. They're probably still really good. I liked what I heard. I love me some J-metal. It's good stuff. Especially now that it has that cutesy vibe to it. It's good things. I remember when they started happening like really big though, I remember people were like, oh, well, I'm into K-pop now. I'm me, an intellectual. It's like, you can still listen to J-pop. You can still listen to J-rock. You can still listen to J-metal. It's all good. You don't have to have only have been there in the Duran Gray era and then just be like, oh, I don't listen to J-metal now. No, fucking branch out, dog. Not everything needs to have an Uzumaki level of dismembered parts in their videos to be cool, okay? We were all edgy. I know. It's wild that they were in Super Mario Maker a while back. Wait, who? What, Duran Gray? That'd be fucking crazy. Baby metal, that makes more sense. No, I could see that. I didn't know that. That's fascinating, actually. They had a sprite in the game. That's so cool. I love that. I'll need to look into that. That's really funny. Ugh. Yeah, I would have played that game, but I'm not good at creating Mario levels because I'm not good at clearing them, and you kind of need to be able to clear it to have the hiccups. You kind of need to be able to clear it to post them, you know, and to conceptualize them. I can't. Never been good at Mario. My jump timing, not great. Not very good at all. Not a fan. Hard to do. But yeah, it's a great game though. I've seen Jay play like 1 and 2 of Mario Maker quite a bit. It's fun just to watch the process of building one of those, especially in the modular, easy to do way that they've made it now. You know, I'm sure originally it's all in hex, but now it's like, oh, there you go. You know, just pop it into place. Cap your pipes. That's my one thing. If you're making Mario levels, the bottom of your pipe better lead to, like, it doesn't even need to be connected to the ground, but cap those pipes off. Don't let them just hang there. That doesn't look right. If that looks like, if there's no cap on the pipe, it just looks like he would fall through the pipe and then he's gone and he's dead. And it's like, Mario, no. And then Mario's just like, oh, I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna go fight the battle. Wait, what is... And then he's dead. Mario's dead. You killed him. You killed Mario. Why did you do that? What's wrong with you? What's your problem? What are you, some kind of a serial killer? What, you want to kill Mario? Why would you do that? Why the hell would you do that? Sorry, folks. But anyway, yeah. But that's my take on it. That's my hot take with Mario Maker stuff. It's just good old stuff. Someone would play a video game and kill Mario. Y'all remember, like, y'all... I don't know how many of y'all are Wife Cityans, but back in the day, I had this whole rant where I was just like, I had a Mario creepypasta. I was just like, this is my impression of like every single, like, you know, like a creepypasta video. Like, Dark Game Theories number 36. Mario dies in Super Mario 64. I remember when I was a child, because they always have like kind of a really forced British accent. I was playing Mario 64. I loved this game. I would play it late at night when my parents had gone to sleep and they didn't know I was still up playing it. But one day something happened. Mario had ended up jumping off a cliff when I missed my jump. However, it wasn't the usual wah and then resetting the stage. Mario fell off and he screamed. When I say this, I mean he screamed like bloody murder, like he was actually falling to his death, and the game didn't reset. I was absolutely terrified. I didn't know how to handle it, so I tried resetting the game. Unfortunately, it just kept reopening. Ben drowned. I mean, I guess yeah, same deal. So it opened up to him, still the place where he fell, but he was still gone. After a while, I decided to erase my save, but when I started it up, the screen where you usually stretch Mario's face, he was distorted and screaming at the top of his lungs like a sound of a million demons in hell. It's just like, that's every one of those. Doug Funny is dead, actually. We see him here in the Nickelodeon show, Doug, as he walks into the open void of his coma. That's me, he says, pointing at his name in the white void, all he can remember. As his dog, the only other memory, points to him, another memory he must remember. These are the titles of the show. As he exits through the door, it begins again, and he tries to regain a piece of his memory in hopes of waking up and coming back to his family so he can be a normal teenager. What he doesn't know is he's already 46. They're all the same, either in a coma, is dead, is the only one alive, actually. It's purgatory. It's so dumb, but I love it for that. It's why I made lore on my, like, actual track record with Wife City. That, too. You can find that. It was called, like, Mysterious Happenings or something like that. Let me see what the fuck that was called. I think it was a Wife City thing. It was like Wife City... oh, Strange Happenings, was it? Let me see here. But that was also back in my 3D era, which is crazy to think about. I can't find it. I don't know. I'll find it and I'll post it. But, like, that's part of my lore, was basically the explanation of how I got ripped out of Bree Wife City out of a really weird issue happening with our VR helmet. And then, you know, they couldn't delete me. I was still talking on the computer like, hey, y'all can't kill me, right? Please? And then Jay was looking at me, and then Jay was looking at the hard drive, and then Jay was looking at me again, and I was like, please? Then she looked down again over at, like, how much space I was taking up, and then she looked back at me, and I'm like, please? Please? I don't include that, but that was definitely a portion of it. But yeah, just the whole, like, you know, oh, I was made of horror. Crazy things happened. I did sacrifice goats, and then I got that weird demon lady to get the guy from Who Wants to Be the Guy to show up. So that was fun. Working in the dark magics, you know. It's a lot of fun. Rain. Isn't the rain great? Ben drowned in the rain. I don't know. I just know that's like, that's like the Zelda one, right? That's like the... Link with the weird face guy doing the thing with the fish palace going, ugh. Royal robots! Whoa! So here's the thing. I looked up the fake name of a channel that I came up with, and I got this thing, weird unsettling videos that shouldn't exist. Are royalty robots? No, they look weird because they're inbred. That's not that hard. You are trying to make calculus of a fucking addition problem, my dude. It's not that hard. She's a light switch, not a Rubik's Cube. Once again, do not pay any attention to the massive... That was my thing, right? The weird cryptid that's watching the teenagers making out in fucking, in what was it? Fucking Disco Elysium. Do not pay attention to the cryptid. No, wait, I had the effects on too. Let me kick that thing on. So I was playing that. It's just like, I remember I could see it out in the distance. A lot of people don't believe, but I'm sure he was out there going, please continue the heavy petting. Keep kissing. Yes, go down on her. Bobby, for Christ's sake, she's not a Rubik's Cube. Just go up and down. Maybe do some circles, but you're overthinking it. Anyway, pay no attention to the cryptid. You know, and it's like that. It's just a weird place for them to have found that cryptid. But, yeah. The weird face guy. The weird face guy. Oh, yeah, the weird face guy. Yeah, from the Zelda. Which, honestly, what if someone should, like, it would be an easy image swap, I guess, but just mod Disco Elysium so when you find out what your face looks like, it's just that. Look at this horrid thing. I told you not to see what you've become. It's fun stuff. It's fun stuff. Yeah, I do think, like, between the Danganronping, I'm gonna, like, some days I might play a little bit of Mario RPG and finally play that damn game, though. Speaking of the classics, I gotta see what it's like. I have to know what all the people were into, and they were like, yep, this is a good game. People love it. Babby's first fucking RPG, and never played it. I keep getting, like, into here's Mallow, and then here's another thing, and then I get bored and I stop playing it. But with y'all watching, we can do it. We can get through it. We're gonna do it. I think it would be fun. See why everyone loves Geno so much. Let's learn the lore of my very own timeline that I just didn't really absorb. It's hard. The first RPG you play being Chrono Trigger is setting a very high bar. It makes it really hard to get, like, delving into anything else. Chrono Trigger is weird. It's been remade in, like, scare quotes. Like, you know, repackaged, has, like, you know, the anime from Toriyama between. But, like, I don't know. It's, like, it's still the same game, right? I would love to see, like, a proper remake of it, I think. But then, you know, I understand how nostalgia brain works, and I'm like, do I, though? I kind of think that I don't want to see that. Because it will be fake and new and gay and dumb and not what I want it to be. And it'll, you know, because nothing can be the experience you had with a game, like, I don't want to say how many years ago that was because it makes me sad, but I've been hyped for the new Mario and Luigi game coming out soon. Oh, are they making like another like Brothers game like the one I played that I got really mad at? That was fun. That's very, yeah, exactly. It's like one of those things. Yeah, oh, okay. Well, then I'll have to play that one too. It'll be Mario Mayhem here on Easy Breezy TV. That's the thing, you know. Traditionally, we are traditionally, we're more of a. Where's my window here? Traditionally, we are more kind of the. Oh, look, we have Jet Set Radio stuff. Look at us. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're this coded. Nope, not today. We're chill coded. We're hanging out. We're having fun. I'm your therapist. Let me help you. Armchair, or I guess in this case, what is this called? A Secret Labs chair therapist. How may I help you? I am Gamer Therapist. Welcome back to BetterHelp for free. It's like, and the sad thing is, for free, I would probably be better experience than any of the weirdos you get sent to. You know, people without a degree going, yeah, dude, I don't know. Maybe just like chill out. I don't know. I have people with degrees do that to me already. The medical situation is a terrifying one, so we're not going to get into that. But, you know, I could be a therapist. You know, be like, just put a warning that says I'm not a therapist, and then I'll be a therapist for people. And they'll come on Twitch, they'll be like, Breezy, tell me, what do I do? I'll be like, well, I do have a lot of life advice. I have a lot of life experience. I've existed in the body of 2 different genders. I have had addictions. I have had a terrible time in my life here and there. My time growing up sucked. I didn't have it easy, okay? So I've got a lot of stuff to help people out with. People come to me for advice for 2 reasons. 1, got a lot of life experience, and 2, I'm a fucking steel trap, y'all. I don't share anyone's shit. I don't have time for drama. I don't like it. I don't want it. You tell me something, that only means what you told me, and that stays with me until you bring it up again. I don't care. I don't talk about people to other people. I don't need that shit. Fair reasoning, right? Yeah, like, I don't know. That's the thing. People have just, you know, everyone who knows people knows they talk, and like people will come back to me and be like, I love how you just like don't cause shit, and I'm like, you're welcome. I took that for granted. Like, I just took that as everyone, that's how it should be. You know, I'm not looking to make a problem of anything. I just want to help. I will listen to people, and I will hold their words in confidence. It's a great thing, and it has a lot of value in today's society. You know, all society, all time, people have been gossiping weirdos. Yeah, but you gotta be that one cool person that's like, nah, you're good with me. I'm busy. I'm an adult with shit to do. I don't have time for that. I don't get why people like gossiping about other people's stuff told them confident. I know! It's like, and I think that's the thing. If you're not about that, you're not because you get it. You're like, yeah, no, like, that you told me this in confidence. I'm not gonna tell someone else that. You didn't tell them. That's not mine to tell them. I know this inherently. I feel that. I'm like, I don't want to make a big deal of that. Like, I just don't want to make that everyone's problem. So it's very, you know, to people like us, that's very, yeah, just like, you know, who cares? Yeah, like, that's mine. That's between us. I feel you. I got you. But, like, yeah, I don't know why people feel the need to do that. I think it's due to having a void of things in their real life. I can't imagine having so little going on that I would need that. You know, maybe for some, that's their manner of trying to, like, deflect from their own problems and not think about their own things going on. But even still, worry about you. Don't worry about other people. This goes from healthcare to concerning yourself with things where it's like, is this really any of your business? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. No. So it's like, yeah, it's like that with me. I'm very much the same. It's like you don't have to share people's secrets. Keep that shit to yourself. You know, keep it nice. Keep it very chill, very lax, very nice. But yeah. Oh, you know, the other thing with music, I wanted to mention, God, what are they called? The next gen people. There's, why can't I think of their, Bring Me the Horizon. I think that's their name. They're really good. I found them and I love their music and they're great. And now I'm obsessed with them and they're, hey, Zell, welcome. And they're, how are you doing today? I hope that you're well. But yeah, like Bring Me the Horizon has been filling that little, you know, Linkin Park is dead and, you know, I'm waiting for Cell Dweller to release another real album. Hole in my heart. That good electronic, angry music that I love so very much. You know, it's rare to find new metal of quality. It really is. Like that, of like a really notable caliber. You know, for every like, you know, really great Linkin Park or like Cell Dweller, you've got Puddle of Dud. You've got, you know, there's a lot of bands that fall under a lot of subgenres, but yeah, they're all drastically different. And I think that like that's been really good. North Lane's the other one. North Lane. Also been really great. Their album Obsidian, I've been listening to that a lot. I think that's the name of the album and not just their single, but it's good. They're very good. They're kind of a like, where was this music that I loved when I was younger, but more of it. I don't get tired of the music I loved when I was younger. I just don't. I do listen to new stuff all the time. I know a billion different genres, a ton of different artists. I'm obsessed with so many different sounds. You get to go around this planet once in your whole life, and you're gonna be like, I'm a country boy. I only listen to metal. No, fuck you. Listen to everything. Everything's good. Find at least one artist in one genre that's neat to you and listen to it. In all of them. Like, listen to music. There's so much fucking music out there. And so, like, I still listen to, like, happy hardcore and a lot of, like, you know, electronic new metal and a lot of, like, stuff like that. Same, give me those Sonic the Hedgehog soundtracks for, like, fuck yes. Crush 40 is still crushing it, probably crushing at least 60 at this point. And they're really bringing it. They're really doing it. Good for them. You know, yeah. Like, because that's the thing. There's an earnesty to what they're doing. You can't cringe at being genuine. You know? Me, I'm looking at that, I'm like, hey... fuck yeah, you do you. Like, they seem to mean it, and I love that. Been training makeup, but ADHD frustration is kicking me for not immediately being good at it, so also dysphoric-ish about it. Aw. So that's why I had the urge to chat with people and saw your stream. Well, I'm glad you're here. Welcome, Zell. Welcome. I hope that, I think, have you been in here before? I think you might have been. I'm trying to remember. But yeah, no, please, feel free to chat, ask me anything, hang out. We're all vibes here. We're all like adult people who have shit to do, who are just good people who don't mean any harm here. So we're happy to have you. But yeah, no, I mean, like ADHD is a big thing for me. I've been kind of in a struggle myself with like pills and stuff. I was talking to everyone about, like, I was taking a week off just to kind of get medication together, just because if I'm not in a brain fog,
Look at this dumb little YouTuber. What's wrong? Pathetic little
Thank you, Sarzak. Kind of needed some water.
It's gonna explode all over the place.
Oh, Nikubanu! Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. Yeah, welcome back. So yeah, you know my thing. You know my ADHD life. You know me. I still think about that clip of us playing fucking Lethal Company, and I turn the corner and find myself one of those brackens, and I'm just like, I don't notice it at first. I'm just like, form of anxiety, and I was like, oh no. And then I fall and die swearing. I love that one. Because I'm just going off on like a random rant, just not thinking about anything, and suddenly, boom, there it is. That's the best thing about that game. Just suddenly, wham, bam, kazam. The car is worthless. I love that they added a car to Lethal Company, and it sucks. I don't want it to be any different. Like, it's not useful at all, and that's beautiful. That's so that game. And it's really great. The new enemies are great too. That was really fun. I also recently joined Sarzak actually on one of those. I was on their stream because remember I dragged them over here, and to play that, and then they had me on for their I think it was like your, what was it, like a streamiversary like goal, and then we were like, yeah, let's fucking go, community lethal company, and you know, you heard me all make a bunch of noises and stuff over there, and I loved that. I got to know a couple of the people over there a little bit better too, which was great. I want to build community. I want to know more people, make more friends. Everyone, let's be friends. Friends. That's legit. I had to dump my Discord account when I started going by a new name too. Yeah, that's fair. That is absolutely fair. You know, I mean, I've definitely cleansed a few emails here and there when I had my thing. Sonic Frontiers OST is so good. I don't know if I've heard that one. I would need to listen to that. I mean, it's probably great. Like Sonic is like a lot like Ruby, or a lot like a lot of different things where you're like, I don't ever want to tell my friends I'm into this, but the soundtrack though, but the beats are good. The beats are good sometimes. Like sometimes the music hit, but the rest of it you're like, But no, like Sonic games, like I am one of those, like I will die on this hill. Sonic Adventure 1 was good until it was ported. When you took it off of the Dreamcast, it stopped working. There were bugs in the code, the physics stopped working, you're clipping through things. None of that happened. That never fucking happened. And the textures were prettier. They changed them for no reason when they ported it to the GameCube and everywhere else. Yeah, no, Sega sucks at PC ports, 100%. Good Sonic games? Never heard of it. Sonic Mania. Play Sonic Mania. It's classic Sonic with all the, like, you know, just quality of life upgrades and like a little bit of sheen upgrade, but like it captures all of that goodness. Or if you want to see bad Sonic, you can still go to the Wife City YouTube and watch my wife and I playing through what was it, Sonic 4? Or Sonic not Sonic, was it Sonic 06? What's about? No, yeah, Sonic 4 we played a little bit of, and that's terrible. But yeah, no, Sonic 06, horrible. Terrible game, the worst game ever, and you can watch the thumbnails of that game get more and more progressively cursed as you watch through our suffering on that. It's so bad. Sonic Generations is my favorite modern game. I'll have to play it. I'll have to play that. I think that's right. During that 24-hour Sonic stream, that's right, we were raising money for the Transgender Law Center for 24 hours. The only 24-hour stream I ever did. I'm never staying up for 24 hours again. I will do charity, but I will not. 24 hours, it broke my brain, and I thought I was gonna die. Like, I was messed up for 2 days after that. Sonic 06 is funny to watch other people play. In retrospect, it's funny to look back on. Going through it, not as much. That sucked. But yeah, no, I think we ended that one with Generations before I did the whole, like, y'all have seen my, like, Space 2001 thing, right? That I ended that stream with? It's still up there. You can still find the ending of that stream. It's, I edited that for a little bit and I had a lot of fun with it. Me staying up for 24 hours ended when I was in my early 20s. No, yeah, like, God, I would have been, like, right on the edge of, like, my early 30s. So that would have been, like, 1 or 2 years before then. But, yeah, not anymore. Listen, y'all, I'm 30. I can't be doing that shit. I just can't. It'll kill me. I will die. There's things that you're just... I'm built different. I think there is a real-time distortion. Like, take it from me... I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, you guys, I'm so old. I'm not. But I'm 30, early 30s, right? If I were to say, you know, like, you know, oh, do you notice aging? Like, do you feel like you're getting older? Listen, your back kind of sucks already, right? You're 27, your back kind of sucks sometimes. You know, you're aware of your body. You want to eat a little bit better. But I already eat pretty well. So you've got like, okay, you're feeling older. But you're not really. You feel like a child puppeteering an adult body every single day. You don't notice the time dilation of a person you're around literally every moment of every day. You know, much like, but if you don't see a relative for 3 years, you look at them and you're like, old. You know. But like when you're around you all the time, you don't notice. But also, like being 30 doesn't make you old. Like you see that in our parents' generation, you're like, oh God, people who are 30 look like people who are 60 now. And the reason for that is because they were all huffing a bunch of lead fumes and eating paint chips. But now, you know, we have standards, and we're all going to live to probably be 120 unless the world cooks us first. So we're pretty good. We got it pretty worked out for us. We're resilient. Now, and when did you get so old? Yeah, like, me when I see my parents once a year. No, yeah, I haven't seen my parents in, like, I mean, I wasn't talking to them for a while even, so it's been years. I am thousands of miles away. Not thousands. What am I, like 600? I don't know. I'm a lot of miles away. Probably 1,300 if I had to guess, roughly. So I don't really get to see them, but if I do see them again, I'll probably be like, this is new. What the fuck? Y'all don't look exactly like you did the last time I saw you. What the hell's going on? Here's a fun one. My younger cousin, I've talked about this, my younger cousin, you know, it's funny, when I was maybe like 10, 11, you know, I remember him being like 4 and 5 or whatever. I don't remember the exact distance, but I already had trouble with kids when I was a kid because of my like various mental things. Just my various little mental illnesses where I'm just like, I don't like germs and I don't like loud noises. So like, I didn't like kids when I was a kid. So it was weird. But like, I always had this like little cousin, like this little, like, you know, that baby cousin. And then now, like fast forward to today, like, I mean, over a few years now and again, you know, we'd say hi, we'd meet up, I'd get to see him age a little bit. But after like his teenage years, I didn't see him at all. And then he came to visit my wife and I out here. We showed him him and his wife actually, our favorite Japanese place out here. He a man-ass man. Like he's got a beard. He's got an adult voice. I'm like, God damn. Like I know he's an adult. I know he's a guy. I know he's a dude. But like, I'm like, when did you an adult? When? What? I don't even feel like an adult. Again, we get back to that. But it's like, no, yeah, he bought dinner too. He was really nice. I don't mind either because he's doing a lot better than I am. He's an engineer. And I don't mean he drives a choo-choo. I mean he could probably design robots like me. His high school project was building a toaster into a functioning gaming PC. So you know he's smart. The smarts was on that side of the family, not. Sorry, Mom, but I did not get any smarts through year end. Yeah, I have a baby cousin who has graduated from law school. It's fucked up. It's really fucked up. Like, it's so fucked up. I have a kid cousin who was born when I graduated high school. He's learning to drive now. It's so fucked, right? Time keeps on slipping into the future. And I think the really alienating thing about it is, like, because you don't notice time passing, when you see it in action younger than you go, oh, fuck, I'm that much older now. Fuck. But, I mean, you don't show it. We don't really show it. My nephew's 16 now, and it's like, weren't you a baby a little while ago? No, yeah. And, like, I can't take that from him. I would never, you know, be like, oh, last time I saw you, you were this tall, huh? No, people age. That happens. It's normal. You know, we all hate it when we were younger, and people are like, aren't you still a kid? No, I'm not. I'm actually an alcoholic. At the time, I was, when they were pointing that out. But, you know, I'm better now. Had that with the realization that people who were born when I entered secondary school are now 16. No, yeah. No, when you hear that, like, people can have kids who weren't alive for 9/11, it's like, oh, that... All right. That's happening. Not that I care about it. It was a very minuscule time, a blip in the world. But, you know, apparently that's a big thing for some people. Maybe I was an alcoholic when I was a kid, too. Hi, Pasta Breaker. No, I mean, not a kid, but, like, you know, when I was, like, people still, you know, your relatives still think, oh, little you, oh, what, you're 10-teen, you're turning 20. It's just like, I already have a drinking problem. Leave me alone. I have too many problems. I came of age in the crash of the economy, and I have nothing for me in this world. And they're like, you sport, go get a beer. Hey, it's Thanksgiving. I don't talk to you outside of the holidays because we have nothing to talk about. You want to pretend we have something to talk about? No. You, slugger. I'm a woman now. You. No, I didn't realize womanhood till I was like 24. You know what's fucked up? This year I'm gonna turn, like, I guess I have to give away how old I am. I'm gonna be 34 in December. You guys, I've been a woman for 10 years. I'm turning 10. I'm gonna have to have like a 10th birthday celebration or something here on Twitch and make a big deal about it. You know, but it's pretty wild. What's your favorite dinosaur? You know, when I was your age, way back in the 1990s, I had all sorts of friends. My closest friend was Bronto Bernie. We called him that because he was a Brontosaurus. He was a real cool guy, real laid-back fellow, very fab fellow. He knew a whole lot about the smoking grass. But you know, we were wild back then. Now you can get it at any old street corner. It's like the world got itself in a gosh dang hurry. I don't know. Dinosaurs, what's the big mommy dinosaur again from Putt Putt? That one. That's the one. Putt Putt travels through time. That dinosaur, the one that's like sit on my face mommy, that one. That dinosaur. Just because of that game. Because, you know, that's one of those things that like they don't teach about dinosaurs in school anymore. That's okay. Fuck it. When have I needed to know what dinosaurs what out in the wild in my life? Literally never. Cool. If I want to know about dinosaurs, I'll get into studying ancient dead civilizations. Fine. Not civilizations, but species from before civilization. I'll look that up. You know, much like if you want to be a calligraphy enthusiast and someone who is like influencing people to buy just insanely expensive glass ink pens, go learn cursive. But when people are like, oh, they're not teaching cursive in school anymore. Good. Fuck that shit. You know what cursive did? It made clear the fact that my handwriting was shitty and made it even worse and made all my tests ungradable. It just made me good. Like, no one can read that. Teachers shouldn't have to read a child's idea of cursive. And there was always one kid named like Jennifer or something who had like a parent who was, you know, like their parent was like a fucking firefighter and they had like a big house and they were taught how to have perfect handwriting ever since they... Good for you. Second grade girl that I went to the second grade with who somehow had perfect handwriting, but not everyone does. And like that just makes it harder for the teacher. It just makes it harder for people with bad handwriting like me. Fuck it. That is an elective thing that you do on your own. You go learn cursive if you want to sign some weird racist document from the ancient era of America, but not now. Who cares? You don't need to know cursive. Learn to sign your name. Done. In fact, do what everyone does when you're signing your name on your credit card or on a bill and just squiggle. If anything looks even remotely like your name, you know someone is trying to steal from you. That's how you know. Shh, it's an echo. My chat overlay is showing up twice? It is! Why is that happening? Hold on a minute. Oh, I have multi-chat on. There we go. Thank you for that. I didn't realize. Okay, I don't know when I turned that on. Thank you for letting me know. But yeah, so there's that. What the hell was I talking about? What am I doing? But yeah, no, like getting rid of that makes sense. You know, people are gonna need to learn how to type on things. Like, I'm kind of glad kids have iPads now. Not because of like the brain rot that having a mobile device causes us on a daily basis. I mean, there's things to be said about that, but that's society. That's the world we're gonna be living in. Like, I didn't have a high school till I didn't have a cell phone till I was out of high school. That was rare for a lot of people, but we were a poor family, so of course I didn't. But, you know, at the same time, it means I didn't need one. However, I mean, if you want a cell phone, you need friends, and me. But yeah, you know, but like that's the thing. People need to know how to use digital devices now. That's what everything and every job and every interaction is going to be based on. You got to know that shit. Why don't they teach kids to be samurai anymore? That's a good question. I feel like the entire, like, you know, there's an entire era of just like kids these days will go out and buy like a zero tang decorative blade that's never been folded upon itself even once. It's made of like Hattori Hanzo aluminum. As opposed to steel, and they'll be like, yeah, I have a sword. They don't know what the work that goes into the crafting of a sword. But see, then that's kind of a boomer take too, because a lot of people probably watch like forged in metal fucking videos on YouTube and see how things are made. I feel like we're more educated on that than our parents were. I know the ways of the blade, at least in its manufacturing, with the immense amount of like heat and hardware that you need to do it. But, you know, forging that's an important thing. We need to be making more katanas. We need to be learning how to practice the way of the sword. You know, like, people have done some unspeakable, horrible things, you know, with the whole, like, you know, I don't know what I can say on Twitch, but wink, wink, nudge, nudge, don't come to school tomorrow. But no, I think if people have a problem with each other, they should duel it out with katanas, you know? Let's do that. Katana, 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 katana. Political issues. You having a political issues? No war. I know that there was, they used pawns for that too, but I'm saying nowadays, here's what you do. Two politicians hate each other. Two world leaders are mad. You get in that corner, you get in that corner, you both get a katana. I hope you practice the sword, because you're not getting a chance to. They duke it out till someone wins. I think that'd be fun. You could sell tickets to that. That would help the economy on taxes and everything. That'd be great. Be a good idea. President Breezy, 2024. If it was more of a viable career, I might have actually tried. Watching Fortune made me... Oh, watching Fortune, yeah. That's the thing. Like, a friend of mine... I wouldn't say like a blacksmith, but like he knows how to like... I probably shouldn't be admitting this, so I won't give a name. But I knew someone in my home state who, for the sake of legal reasons, there's no way I could possibly contact now, who would melt pennies. Before a certain year, pennies were made of a very meltable alloy, and if you took a blowtorch to them, you could melt them into a ceramic cast. So what he would do is make little Cthulhu statues by like melting them down. So he learned how to like make a tiny little reservoir and like just make a little... and just like make little figurines, and it was really cool. But he would just kind of he had a bunch of pennies, he would get a bunch of like change from people, and he would be like, yeah, commission a thing, I'll mold it into a thing. And it was really neat. It is pretty rad. He was using pennies. Nobody uses pennies. Like, that's hardly even hurting anything, it's like, and they're the old pennies too. They're dirty, especially when you consider that everything's coated in disease now, and it's just like no one wants to touch physical matter anymore. Like, we all have cards. Like, we're not gonna touch money. Just burn it. They must be a D&D master now. No, I mean, they were in their time when they had more time for it. Right now, I think he's a manager of something. Everyone I know is a manager. What the fuck happened to me? My sister's important, my wife is a manager, my friends are all managers, and I'm sitting here like, I'm an anime puppet who draws porn on the internet. Don't get me wrong, the porn I draw is really good. You've seen it. I'm very skilled. I actually understand how anatomy works. But considering some of the people who can't draw for shit making a career of it, I think I've got a pretty good shot. But I'm an artisan, I'm a yellow parachute. I know the color of my parachute, you dumb career book, and I'm an ADHD creative who needs to make her own hours because I'm broken, and I'm it's kind of a plus. It forces me to have to be creative. What's this? They cost more than they're worth in America too, as far as I know. We just still make them for some reason. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Like forging a penny. Yeah, doesn't that like hurt our overhead to like make pennies in the first place? We don't need pennies. Like, here's the thing you want to do. If we're gonna keep using pennies, I need them to do one thing. Collect every penny in the US, okay? Take them all in massive sacks, throw them into a giant, like, heated pressure washer machine, and sterilize them all. Then put them back into rotation. That's all I ask. Clean change. Take all the coins and all of that shit, and just at least clean it. Because at this point, like... the level to gunked up with God knows what those things are, it's like, just at least clean them. We need to have at least every 10 years, just give it a once-over. Penny only exists so prices can be $9.99 so people buy. Exactly. That really is all it is. Frankly, I love living in a place where we have no state tax in Oregon, which is really cool. And they can pull that shit, but that means that something is $6.99 or $9.99 at least, and not like $8 or $10, $12. You know what I mean? Where it's like, at least that weird illusion stops there, and it isn't, and then more. I have not had to do massive calculations to know how much something will cost when I buy it for years now, and I love it. I don't miss it. That sucked. Taxes are dumb. If you're gonna take them, do them like later. But like sales tax not being a thing, at like that's so good. Everywhere should do that. We should also all have health care. But again, Oregon built different. We should secede from the nation. Welcome to Oregonia. All of the greater Ohioians, get the hell out. We're pushing you off the edge of the country. Just into the ocean with you. Sales tax is already included in the price here in Germany. I mean, then at least you know what it is, right? At least you know what you're buying. I hated not knowing what something was going to cost. Never been so attacked. Only use, what did I say? Only use for pennies is those machines at tourist traps that make them wide and it gives them a funny design. That's another thing. There's still machines that the whole point is to destroy pennies. So if anyone was ever going to give my friend shit over that legally, like, hey, I'm from Ohio. Oh, right. Well, see, you're fine. It's probably not your fault. I'm talking about greater Ohio people. The people going, I live in Oregon, but I want my racist vote to count, and all these damn leftists named Breezy are voting against my horrible transphobic ideals. And I want to be giving my vote to the place next to me because they also have farmland, and I think they're more like me. That's, if you haven't heard of the Greater Ohio Initiative, and I don't blame you because I hadn't heard of it till earlier this year, it is the dumbest fucking thing in the world. It's like if when I was in Arizona, I was like, no, I actually vote as this thing that wins, as this thing, and I want to make my vote actually matter, where I was living in a horrible racist state. And like, you can't do that. If you just say, I want all of our votes to count as being this part of the state and change state lines every year, everyone can do that. That doesn't work. You can't just do that. That's stupid. Like, borders are a fucking illusion in the first place, but that breaks it down. So you can't do that. You can't just be like, I wanted my vote to count in a shitty red state, but they didn't let me do it because you didn't move. I'll help you pack if you don't stand for the trans flag. I tell you what. I mean that. I genuinely do. Go to Ohio if you love it so much. That sounds like one of those memes of Ohio conquering the U.S. Oh no, what is this? Danger presented by Ohio. Illusion of safety. Am I thinking of Idaho? I might be thinking of Idaho. Greater Idaho, is it? Me big stupid. I think I'm thinking of Idaho, because I'm thinking of the place that's next to Oregon. See, I never learned maps. But the point is, you can't just take a third of our fucking state because you don't like how the vote's ending up. It means that your ideals are dying, and you should die with them. But, what was this? So, illusion of safety. I might be in Oregon right now. You see my cursor? I might be in Oregon right now. But there's still Ohio. Let's continue. You can get all the way to like, oh, here's Nevada. Oh, Arizona. That's its own danger, and you're already getting a little bit closer. That sucks. But then we move into like, okay, here's this one. You got Texas and whatever these states are called. They never taught me. I went to public school. And then they're like, time enough to hug your loved ones. You know, the end is near. Ohio is coming for you, but you've at least got time to, prepare for your death, settle the things you need to. That's fine. You are not safe. If you are in any of these regions, you can't see it behind my chair, but these like dark orange regions, oh friend, you're in for a time, buddy, because let me tell you, it's gonna go bad. Wait, that's not it. I don't want to move that. Where's my, I want to make this like smaller here. There we go. These things all seem to be tied together. I don't know why. Where's my chair? I'm gonna make the chair go away because I need to finish this joke. Okay. You can kind of see. That'll work. So now you're in invasion at any time. You are in the perimeter of Ohio. At any moment, in these states, Ohio can happen. It can happen to you, okay? It's like you're in California and you don't think the big one's coming for you. Oh, it's coming, buddy. It's coming for you. And then, but you're like, at any time expect an invasion. But then you are in Ohio. If you're in Ohio, it's too late. There's nothing you can do. You can't leave. It's Ohio. You're stuck there. Like that's your life now, is Ohio. Like, that's really, this has been thank you for sharing that map, too, because that has been a very good learning opportunity, a wonderful visual aid for us to truly understand what's going on with that. That is like, man, we can understand it better. But yeah, Greater Idaho was what I was thinking of. What's this one? Okay, so we clicked that. Okay, I'm up to date. Ohio, it can happen to you. Where'd my chair go? I don't want to stand. This is a byproduct of Wife City, not Wife Standy. Yeah. There we go. My chair's back. Okay, as I was. But yeah, no, like, you know, Ohio is a real threat, and Idaho is too. Idaho wants to be big. Idaho wants to be like, now I'm in it. Now I'm in it. No, you're not. I wanted to be in Oregon for a long time, but at the end of the day, Jay and I had to drive here. I didn't just get to go, well, this part of Arizona is Idaho, actually. So, Idaho? This part of Arizona is actually Oregon. So, no, you don't. You have to fucking go there. And good. Now I'm far away from Arizona, and it can burn on its own. Breezy, 5 minutes ago, let me turn this chair off for a joke. What about wife Lai? Like lying down? I mean, I could wife Lai, you know, I could wife Leany. Wife Leany is great because you can kind of get like almost sitting, but like you're taking some of the stress off your ankles. You're just kind of leaning back, you know, just kind of redistributing your weight. More casual, more comfy. It just kind of works. It's kind of nice like that. I, for one, enjoy it. I think it's great. Wife Squatty. You cannot skip leg day. You cannot skip leg day if you're gonna wife squatty. Have you ever tried to hold a squat just to sit, like as a relaxed state? I hear people can do that. Not me, buddy. I've worked at it. I've tried to. I'm not there yet. I am not at the point of fitness yet. I'm working to get more flexible, to get more on that. But we'll have to see. I have yet to be in a state where being in squat position is, I feel like I'm sitting, like I'm at rest, and not like actively tearing every single fiber in my legs. You know, so that you got to keep an eye out for that, absolutely. Where was I going with this? Oh, hold on. I need a job where I can sit more. I'm too old to be standing and such. That's the thing. Same, Raven. You know what's funny? If you worked at Amazon, right? If you worked at Amazon, I've done it before. It's slave labor, and they injure you, and they make you do work things that hurt you, and then they blame it on you. And it's actual slave labor, and it's terrible. But you could do it sitting. In theory, you could, if you have trouble with your legs and your feet and your back, as I did, especially at that time, you could sit. They don't let you. If you do that, you are reprimanded, and you are usually, if not fired, like screamed at, basically. God forbid you have anything but constant, like, stress on your body all the time, because if you're not hurting, capitalism isn't thriving, supposedly. Even though it literally wouldn't change anything. You know, people need to be able to rest more. People are tired. Doug, we work, like, so much. I was talking to someone recently about how, like, my father's father, my grandfather, I remember him well. Jerry, I see you up there, you golfing weirdo. He had I lost an aunt, but if I'm doing the math here, he had at least, like, 5 children and a wife and a house and a car for the wife on his salary of a 9-to-5. That's it. One job, full-time, 5 kids, well-fed, cars, house. Do you know how many people I would need in a polycule to work 5 different jobs to get half of that? It's a lot. People need to work 3 times as hard as the work ethic of our predecessors to even have the illusion of the freedom and the sway of power that they had. It's hard to exist, y'all. I'm making $500 a month on commissions, and Jay is a manager, and we pay for, like, rent and some food. We often worry about eating out. Do you understand? We live in 400 by 400 square feet. And, like, that's normal in a lot of states. That's not just here. Like, living is so fucking expensive, and I don't want to live in a place that sucks to pay less. That's not really living. Monogamy in this economy? I know, right? But that's the thing. Like, no matter what your dynamic is, it's like, how do you live? How do you start a life? How do you grow up and have kids if you don't know what you want on your sandwich? I forget who that guy was, but that comedian, he had a point. But yeah, no, I'm going off on that sort of rant. But yeah, you know, I mean, we don't need to get too into it. But yeah, that's the thing. It's just like, you know, it's hard. Everything's too expensive. Make everything cheap again. I promise you, if you make everything cost less money, people are gonna buy more shit. You want people to be more outgoing and spend more money on, like, leisure? make it affordable. No one's vacationing anymore. I wish I could afford a vacation. I'm Droopy Dog. Let me, if I could. Yeah, I would, absolutely. Jay and I still haven't fully, like, listen, Jay and I are common law married. We haven't even, like, done the court documents. We haven't gone on a honeymoon. If we were, I would just drive us up to BC. We just rent a car, go up to British Columbia, check out, you know, like Vancouver and hang out, and it'd be fun. That's all we would have to do. But, like, you know, and that would be about the distance that I used to drive to get to see her family in California from my home state. That's not that big a drive. Not bad at all. But the fact of the matter remains that that is, you know, unattainable. We can't have a fucking, like, a proper, like, just take a vacation. What do you mean? We don't have money. Come on. We only bust our asses all day. Like, you know, what do you... it's like that one NPC in Undertale says, I can't go to hell. I'm all out of vacation days. I feel that. I genuinely feel that. That's a very real vibe. You know, that's what it is. It's just, you know... I don't know. I wish I had more money to spend. I wish I could go crazy. I wish I just had, like... I just want to have a gay commune. I just want to have a house full of queer people who, you know, where we can all be gainfully enough employed that we don't have to, like, stress about money and can all just get our health care and be okay. I want that. Y'all want to move in with us? It's a wonderful city. But yeah, no, Portland good. Portland, very, very nice. And yeah. Month from now, final parts come in. Metamorphosis complete. I am the ultimate super ultra mega breezy. Now with vagina. See, because your boss took all your vacation days, he can go to hell. There you go. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I tell him to go to hell because I know he can take the time off. You know, I know it's real rough for him. And it must be real. I'm trying to remember the last manager I had was actually, like, it was a woman, but then, like, the actual person looking over me was also female. So it's not that asshole. It's more that bitch, you know? Like, I don't know. Everyone has an asshole. So really, it's kind of gender neutral as an insult. Asshole works. I had an asshole manager last time I worked at a place, and it's because it was a place that kept taking me on for temporary work and then spitting me out when they thought they didn't need me anymore. And they did. But they would always keep someone else. They'd be like, no, we can't afford to keep anyone this year. Blah, 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 you know, and then they think that, like, my wife isn't still a manager working there and that she wouldn't still be talking to the people who work there and telling me about it, and I'd go, that's interesting, I thought we were all canned. They lied to me because I have mental illnesses. That's great. So the person who's responsible for all of that, who was my manager the first time, as I kept coming in for seasonal, like a couple times a year, everything is a gender neutral insult if you want. That's true. You know, but yeah, like every time I would come in there, you know, it was just like that kept happening. But the past couple times I had different managers who were amazing. Just incredible people. The last one, like, she was fucking incredible. Like, she was newer in her position, but, like, she knew what she was doing. She was great. That's a good one. I like that one too, Zell. It's a really useful one. It has a lot of consonants in it. It's got a lot of oomph. You know what I mean? Wait, what? No, no, click to show it. No, leave the message. No, what do you mean? No, give it back. Don't delete that. I like cunt. Cunt is good. Nightbot, leave my friends alone. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of that. But, like, she was amazing and, like, a really good leader, and I was giving her ideas and I was helping her with stuff, and she thought I was really good at what I was doing, and that was so fucking reassuring after having because whether you have mental illness or not, service jobs where you work in, like, anything, be it back room like I was mostly doing, or, like, working in, like, you know, in front of people, like, you're the bottom rung. We're all treated like shit. You know, you might as well only be told when you're doing something wrong. It sucks. But this was someone who genuinely thought I was bringing something to the table and loved my energy and loved my work. There you go. So, like, yeah, I know, that's crazy. Why is it flagging that? But she was so cool. I'd have had these very professional, wonderful, wonderful people. But the person who was supposed to be, like, my manager on paper, technically, was the person who was doing that before, but was no longer looking after my department. So she didn't see what I was doing, and she would just go, yeah, no, we're not keeping you, and keep on other people. in my department. I'm like, why? What do you mean? Because, like, that's the thing. The person who was looking after me was like, I wanted to keep you. I'm like, I would have been great. But, like, it felt good to hear that I was doing well in a world that often told me I just sucked, you know, by proxy. But, like, no, not by proxy, you know what I mean, but by association, just being like, oh, you know, I had to figure I was doing something wrong. No, I'm actually really good at stuff. You are too. You rock. If anyone tells you you're bad at your job, tell them to fucking shove a burning hot wrought iron. I can't talk. Tell them to die or don't. I don't know. You might need your job, but yeah, tell them I hope they know that I want them dead. There you go. I can say that. That's not actionable, right? That's good. But yeah, you know, that's the long and short of it. Where, you know, we need more. I would like all of us to feel more valued at what we do. You know what I mean? Can we Breezy 2024 vote me in? If you cannot pee, you are not free. It's okay. The internet cat girl robot told me exactly. I'll just make a bunch of horrible jokes about managers and you can just share it and go, oh, yeah, man, look at this crazy thing this person on Twitch is saying. That's wild, right? But keep showing them it. Just pretend under the guise of like, oh, this is out of control, but then you keep showing them and they're just like, why do you keep showing me this? Oh, I just wanted you to know, like, man, there's mean people out here. Like, look out. Like, you're doing great, personally, if I had to say so. But also, look at this clip. And it's just me on there going, your manager sucks. Your manager sucks. Every manager should get hit right in the face. Yeah. And you're just like, yeah, you see, I don't know. I don't know. But you can just keep showing them it. But then it's by disconnected sort of, you know, it's me. It's me saying it. It's not you. You didn't say anything. You know, or, you know, or I could sing something else, you know, I could just be like, let me put on like a funny voice here. I could just be like, and, you know, and that'd be great. And then that'd be fine. But you know, you got to mix it up now and again. So it's not one of the manager ones. And then you just keep showing it them until they become really self-conscious and realize that they actually suck at their job. And that it's not you. It's that their management skills are bad, in fact, very bad. You know, but you know, you're all doing great. Whatever you do, I know you're doing great. And if you disagree with me, then I care to disagree with you. So what now, huh? What are you gonna do now, huh? You wanna fight me? Let's heckin' go. I'm gonna drink some water so I'm ready to go. I challenge you to car jitsu. Now, if only I had a car. I won just one round. I want to challenge someone to car jitsu, and then they show up to a location and I hit them with a car, and then I'm just like, oh shit, was that not what this is? I thought, oh, you inside the, oh, right. Oh, God, fuck. Yeah, no, because, like, I don't know. Car jitsu sounds like you use a car to fight people, not fight in it. You know, like, but I guess then again, you know, what with my lineage, then jujitsu, I would know that, but I don't. That's spelled different. But the point is, can you imagine jujitsu? I have 8 crazy skills that can kill you in one punch. Oh my God, this user can say it. Krav Maga, yeah, I guess that is it. You know, the Israeli people, they say Uzi does it. But you know, that's a touchy subject now. You can't really associate one with the other now. I kind of ignore my lineage for the most part, because I'm like, you know, Judaism isn't looking so hot right now. Because it's not, like, that's the thing, it's a Zionist problem, it's not, you know, but, like, the weird news narratives, we won't get into it, it's just a bad time to be anyone in this world. It's gotta be a schlocky B movie. Jiu-Jitsu? Yeah, that would be amazing. I mean, we have the Hebrew Hammer, that's a movie. I don't remember how that holds up, but I would rewatch it to find out. Another thing to throw onto the list for the podcast, maybe we'll talk about the Hebrew Hammer. Hey, ask me about my German heritage. Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know what? Turns out every country's major superpowers are kind of war criminals. It's true for the US, it's true for the UK, true for most places. Anywhere that has any interest in the global economy over each other. You know, a lot of war crimes going on. A lot of that. Speaking of that, and again, I don't want to stick on politics, but I want to talk, someone was mentioning the thing that happened with Tenacious D, and that was a big throwback for me, because I haven't known of anything Tenacious D has done since their album, The first one with, Fligo motherfucking Lucifer, a very, very shitlordy and wonderful album of its time. And I heard about what happened, and I'm like, you know what? One, that was Kyle Gass's birthday wish, so respect that. Leave it alone. But also, I have a theory about it, and I think it's that, like, Jack Black needs to be on call to be a three-dimensional cartoon panda at any time. The greatest and best song in the world. Tribute. Yeah, I think that Jack Black needs to be on call to be a cartoon panda at any time for a Pixar film. And it's probably just it's probably a thing with his contract where it's like, you can't associate with people who take sides in this because we need everyone to come see our crappy movie. You need to be a giant guy in a tiny civilization or some dumb shit. So he's on call for that, for dumb family movies. And that's probably what it is, because has any time that political differences has happened in a band, like, just on the surface, ever stopped a tour? Are you shitting me? Like, someone is a little problematic in a band and the band fucking gives up over it? That's weird. And the thing is, I think that Jack Black entirely agrees, but I think he's tied to the Kung Fu Panda franchise, and they're like, no, you can't, like, have that be. Because they didn't need to cancel their tour over that. They didn't need to, like, write off all those things. And it sounded like it was their manager, too. I think they're still friends. But I think he had to be a gross centrist for the cameras, is all I think that is. If I had to guess. I owe no allegiance to them. I don't care what they're up to right now, but I like to think better of them. Where are the people who burned down City Hall in that song? I want both of them, you know? The reaction to it made more news than the comment. No, yeah, exactly! The comment would have blown over immediately. Like, 2 right-wingers would have been mad on Twitter and it would have been over with. So, like, that's the thing. It felt like a very uncharacteristic response. It's just like, this is weird. We need 2 kings. Exactly, easy. Who will lead us to kings? Who will lead us to kings? Will lead us to kings. We need them. We need them back. Hasn't someone in your Discord told the story of how they saw someone storming out of Inside Out 2? I'm not letting my daughter watch Inside Out 2 ever again. Anxiety isn't real and it's just stubbornness. They will always be mad. I remember someone brought that up. I did hear about that. I don't care about, like, kids movies, and that kind of controversy, I'm like, whatever. So it went over my head, but I was just kind of like, okay, fine. I don't want to know more about this person, but it's like, man, that's dumb. That is really dumb that happened, but it's also one of those, you hear about it, you're like, yeah, I could believe it. Of course someone did. Like, you tell her she has anxiety, next thing you know, she'll have pronouns. I'm a man, I don't have pronouns. Never mind. Is anyone gonna tell him? No? Alright. When's Tenacious D movie in the server? I mean... What if we show the Tenacious D movie, but like every 5 minutes we cross-cut in a clip of the attempted shot, and we just... that'd be funny. But no, I mean, I'd be willing to rewatch. What, do you mean the Pick a Destiny one? That was fun. That was a fun movie. That was a good time. I could see that. I think that was actually probably the last I saw of them. Hey, gender abolitionist king who wants to abolish pronouns. Cool. Yeah. No, not like that. Ooh. I love just like the idea that, like, it's never that funny, but I love the idea that deflecting the political opinions of someone who doesn't realize they're owning themselves would cause them to throw their cowboy hat on the ground and jump up and down like Yosemite Sam. Because that's just the funniest end result. That's what I imagine everyone goes through. And they probably don't, but it's funnier to imagine that way, No, not the thing that you said that helps it when I say that. The thing I wanted you to think. I want everyone to be mad like me. If everyone doesn't have a heart attack at 36, then the whole world's gone crazy. I don't know, man. I've learned to just kind of, like, live and let live and have fucking, like, sanity. You gotta breathe. I say it again. Deep breaths. Hydrate. Take a minute. Pause. Find your center. It's not just a bunch of wooey garbage. I mean, as long as you're taking constructive steps to actually fix things. But in the moment, center yourself and ask yourself, do you really fucking care? And the reality is no for most people, but they don't take that time to ask, you know? They're not like, you know, do I care that my daughter is learning about anxiety? No, it's probably buried in a bunch of, like, you know, baggage with, like, you know, oh, illnesses are all have, like, you know, you know, they're all acronyms, and acronyms lead to gender, and gender leads to vaccines, and vaccines lead to Breezy's lineage. And it's like, you can't talk about us like that. That's I don't know. Come on now. And I would have gotten away with my shit takes if it wasn't for those meddling kids and their stupid pronouns. And I'm sitting there going, rah, pronouns. You know, that's me. But yeah, no, yeah, that's cool. I don't know. I think. Listen, I'm not really invested in the political voting thing or anything. I'm like the youth. I'm not registered yet. But I hear about Kamala Harris talking about having pronouns in her intro, which good. Like, you know, that's good to get out there. The response to that is so funny. There is nothing funnier than watching hogs go crazy. It was like, no. She's gonna give people pronouns. If you'll excuse me, I gotta get back to my gender reveal party where I enforce pronouns on an unborn life. Cover your ears, honey. No, they're gonna turn you into a gay. I am so gay. Yeah, you know what, everyone out there, hi. I need a controversy on Fox News so people will start tuning in higher numbers. I would like to move us to the next level of fame. Everyone out there who hates me and hates gender, my whole role here is to convert everyone to gayness. We even have a few people in chat here who are now trans after being around my community. Coincidence? Probably. But also, who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's because my people... Say it. Who do you mean? Who's they? My people are... Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're turning everyone queer. That's my job now. I'm helping everyone realize their gayness. And you have it too. And you will feel it. You will all be gay. I lost a viewer. I should probably put away the politics. They should drop the euphemism and call it the creepy shit it is. Genital reveal part. That's what it is! You scanned a fucking thing. And you're like, I really can't. You know what? No, I'm not going to say that out loud because that could be clipped and used for horrible things. But yeah, you've basically scanned a child for that and gone, well, time to tell the whole world. I don't know, man. I think we know who's looking at whose genitals, and it's not me. It ain't me. Couldn't be me. Hell, I'm fixing mine. I'm getting rid of my penis. What did you do? I killed a man and put a woman in its place. What the fuck are you calling yourself a feminist, huh? Huh? Can you do better than that? See, I realized I am I'm trans a month ago just because the Robo Girl transed me. Yeah, exactly. See, I helped Zell understand that, like, you know, we can all be gay. So that's really good. That's really a good thing to have. I need to stay better hydrated. Everyone, have you drank water lately? Water's good. Have some water. That stuff that's pouring outside there, that's water. I'm having some of it here. It all filters into my bottle. It doesn't clean it. I just, you know, I take it with all the impurities. Ow!
Look at this dumb little PTuber. What's wrong?
Thank you.
Pathetic little cat can't hold her wheat. Gonna wet yourself. Gonna explode all over the place. Bad kitty, get it together.
Whatever. I'll do what I want. All right. So yeah. So yeah, we're all hydrated now. That's good. That's good. Thank you, Raven. But yeah, you know, and that's, but we're back on a happier note. What the hell was I talking about before? What were we on before? I don't remember. I guess Ohio's coming to get us, and there's nothing we can do about that. Idaho's going to eat us by osmosis, and that's, I guess not osmosis. What do you call it when one cell, like, eats another? Food? Food. We're gonna be food. Pennies? Yes, Pasta Breaker. Pennies. Absolutely. Sorry, I thought of something really dumb. I shouldn't talk about it, but I will. The other night, Jay had taken her, let's call it her nighttime meds, and she was in kind of a giggly mood, and I don't know, I said something and accidentally belched while saying it, and it was the dumbest thing ever, and she started laughing. And we got to riffing on like some song, an insert being like H, and like she thought that was freaking hilarious, and so like I started belching H, and then I sent that to her in a voice text over at work to cheer her up the other day. We really are just all children, aren't we? Like, we never grow up. It's kind of the rule of threes. Dumb, gross, stupid thing funny. Then it's like, come on. I'm a teenager to early adult. That's so dumb and so childish. Pish posh, that's stupid. But then you finally like drop your ego and you're like, oh no, that thing is dumb and stupid, and so it is actually funny for that. The absurdity wins you over. So there's like layers to it. Layers, like a Hattori Hanzo steel. A Hattori Hanzo steel. We had a satire magazine cover a long time ago. We had a parody of a famous rapper on it revealing he's gonna be a father with the headline, it's a... Oh my god. Yeah, that... I mean, that's what it is. That's what it is. Oh no, like that's the thing. Like, but that's where I get to talking about that, is like, I think a lot of people get mad over dumb shit because it's like they don't actually care about it. You might have been told to care about it. You might think that's what you care about. That's not what you're mad about. The world's gone mad. It's easy to point fingers. It's easy to look at something that you didn't notice before, think it's different, and assume that it's the cause of everything wrong with everything. But it's not. You know, even before I came out, you know, I'd meet people who'd be like, they'd have preferred names, or they'd go by God, or they would have like, you know, 3 feet, and I'd be like, let's fucking go. It's unique. Keep the world interesting. You do you. None of that affects me. None of that hurts me. And acknowledging people isn't gonna do anything. And I think people know that. I think people understand that. And I think that understanding it creates a very scary underlying realization that greater problems affect you. And it's easier to just have a scapegoat, you know? A little straw man. Little hey boy. My humor only operates in 2 states: very stupid or academic level intelligence. No, yeah, same. Like, that goes to explain the 2 rips that we have submitted and had posted on Civigunner, which is the, what was it, the Shayla's theme from Chrono Trigger, reorganized into Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, the POW camp film with, you know, Ryoichi Sakamoto and David Bowie. And, you know, composed originally by Ryoichi Sakamoto, fucking genius. That is our master brain take. Then the other one we got cleared, Jay was entirely behind that one, which was for the Attack on Titan game, the intro to Attack on Titan, but with Ram Ranch over it. That's the spectrum. Really stupid and just college level, oh yes. The finer humor, the haha. You know, that's what we're aiming at. It's gotta be one or the other. Anything in between it is literally and figuratively mid. You know, it's just, you know. Come back to me when it's either a catastrophe or a brilliance, and then we'll decide if it's comedy. I would hate to be in comedy. Like, I don't want to be in stand-up. I mean, I know what I'm doing right now is comedy, and I'll probably be called out for it later, you know? They're gonna be like, she did an English accent, let's burn her, let's kill her. Wait, hold on, we have a thing with that. We have a Northern Lion voice for this. Where's he at? There he is.
Okay, let's kill him. Let's kill this guy. Let's beat him to death with hammers.
That's what they're gonna say to me. But like, also, I don't have to come up with original, like, you know, make people gut laugh jokes and all the shock humor of now to like being funny is your job. Create unexpected responses from people, and then, you know, like, oh well, I have to be funny, I have to make a joke, and then your whole, because comedy ages like milk, it always does. I would hate to have that primarily be my job. I can't do that. I mean, working in like drawing not safe for work art is great. Kinks are only further accepted, and we're learning to be human and just accept the wonderful ways that we can all feel pleasure. It's all the same thing in different packages, and we're learning to stop kink shaming as a society, and I love it. Over time, that will spread. But humor, if my whole job was humor, I'd be like, man, when is my comeuppance? And not because woke, that's not it. I'm woke. I'm one of them. But I'm saying, like, I'm probably gonna look back in a few years and be like, oh, I suck. Like, I'll say things that were probably even like fully understandably open to everyone, and then we'll all be like collectively, no, that sucked. Yeah, I don't want to have that hanging over me. Like, where am I weighing on I know that whatever I say in daily life and on here is, you know, not a problem, but if you work in comedy every day, you have to be like, what side of history am I going to be on? Like, just a little bit later from now, like 10 years from now, people are going to obliterate me over this. Lately, I learned that Ryuichi Sakamoto composed the OST to Lack of Love, fan favorite important Dreamcast game, but also the guy who came up with the idea. No, yeah, like, shit. Ryuichi Sakamoto did the Dreamcast logo sound, like the... That was him. And he did so much things. He did so much stuff. He did a lot of music for video games. Yeah, he's the guy from YMO, you know, but he was in like movies, he was an actor. He was really insanely fucking talented. And just, God, I miss him. You know, we lost like 2/3 of YMO before I ever got to see them live, and it breaks my heart. Fucking, I was talking about this. You know, y'all know how I love Soul Coughing, right? They got together for the first time in I think 14 years or some shit like that, maybe even longer. And, like, I'm not going to get to see them. They're coming through Portland. And I'm going to be on, like, day 9 of healing my brand new girl bits. So I can't go. And I'm like, oh no, I'm going to miss out. But hey, I'll tell myself, my current dosage of copium is if it goes well enough for them, they'll probably do it again. But we'll see. We'll see. They were a unique thing, and I still love their music very much and have listened to them very predominantly over the past 10 years. So, you know, I would like to see them live. I think I would really, really enjoy that. I've been reading a Shonen Jump manga about stand-up comedians. They've thankfully avoided topical humor so far, mostly just skits and the like. That's wonderful. I'm really happy to hear that. You know, someone actually went back, I think it was that Drew or was it the other guy? Someone was talking about, like, going back and watching old SNL episodes and being like, was it really better in this golden era? And the reality is, like, every era had a lot of problems and a couple of really good sketches that people remember. But it all kind of was just kind of bad. And you remember the ones that you grew up as a teenager with, and then it just isn't good anymore. For me, I never really got super into, like, live skit comedy. I probably had a very short spell with that, and really, yeah, Survivor Bias, exactly. I probably watched a lot of, just a lot of, like, the older ones, because I really liked a lot of the comedians that went on to do other stuff later, and I found them like, yeah, Belushi funny, haha. You know, cheeseburger funny. But also, I feel like if I saw that for the first time now, I'd be like, this is the most skibbity toilet shit I've ever fucking seen. In reality, if you look at it on its face, it's like, yeah, no. Time and place bias. I cannot defend Eiffel 65. I can only say I listened to you know, 2 of their 3 albums predominantly all the way through because I loved it when I was learning what music was. I'm a comedy nerd, so I never found SNL interesting. The punchlines are most of the time far too simple. No, yeah, they have like massive, like, just puns for the longest time, and a lot where it's just like, look at me, I am crazy problematic politician, woo-hee-hoo. You know, and that's not new. That was always the thing, you know, they it's saying, oh, they're a little too political. Again, this was the video I was watching saying, like, they've always been. That's always been, like, the easiest thing. Like, comedy goes right to that. They talk about it. It's just what you're suffering now seems like a bigger annoying thing. And that's kind of my thing, too. Like, it's funny to laugh at Hitler. It's not funny to laugh at, like, if Hitler is here now. Because that sucks. That's a reminder that shit sucks, right? You know, yeah, SNL political? What? I grew up with all that basically SNL for kids, so it's interesting that one of those kids is an actual SNL these days. Oh, God, I've heard about that, and that's like, oof. That's like, oof. But yeah, no, it's like, Boomers Writing Zoomers is not only that, but it is like... I don't know, like, teen movies, you know, I've seen people watching those to see how bad they are. It is like short form ads are the biggest thing. Like, we're selling to kids. Let's pretend we know what they want. And listen, like, I feel like, you know, I know some people with kids, okay? Makes me feel old to say it, but I know people with kids, and even they're like, this is dumb. Like, Boomers Writing Zoomers, they can't do it. You don't, you're so out of touch. Like, I'm out of touch. You can only imagine how far out they are. Like, you just don't know. But yeah, no, SNL is just, most of it's mid. Most of it is just very whatever, and then a lot of it's just actually kind of bad. So it's like, it's not this pantheon of great shit. It's this kind of shuffling of stuff that a few comedians got their start on, and then when they got good, they did something else. What I don't understand is why do they have Kenan Thompson? No problem with Kenan. The guy's probably a great dude. Never met him, don't know, but he's probably fine, right? He's the straight man. And the duo that he is best known for was with Kel. And he was always the funny guy, and Kenan played the straight man. You know, he was the other side of that, you know, with the Manzai act, where he's the straight man going, man, this crazy shit you're doing is crazy, and he's just being crazy and being funny. So it's like, why did you not take the funny one? Was he busy? I mean, he might have been, I guess, but like, Kenan's whole point is to be the reaction to the funny one. And I'm sorry, but I've watched some of his stuff, and I've been like, Kenan, you're not funny. But it could just be the SNL writers, so I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he's done funny stuff I haven't seen. Please share it with me if you know. We had a movie in Germany like 10 years ago. Look who's back. Someone playing Hitler and talking to people on the street and trying to make the point that people really haven't learned because they interacted positively to points he made while playing Hitler. This is taking me back. I never saw this, but I've seen a few TV reviewers talking about old shows address, there's something that I guess happened, it was like a pilot, and it never went beyond that. I think they showed one episode and it failed. It was called Heil Honey, I'm Home, or something like that, and it was a sitcom about him coming home to his wife, and I'm like, who is this for? What do you mean? Like, not even in that time. That makes no sense. Why did you make this? I don't... Yeah, that one. Saw the pilot. Yeah, it's like, I don't get, where was this supposed to go? What are you doing with this? What's the point? And their neighbors are Jewish. That's right. Whoa, look out. Fish out of water. Like, it's too soon. It's too soon. No, you can't. No, don't do that. Oh no, you know, it's funny to laugh at just like things you don't need to deal with anymore. Like, you know, I mean, I don't know. That's the problem with topical humor. It reminds you of the present. We don't live in the present. We live in this auto-generated background behind me in a place that doesn't exist and has no laws. So we're perfectly safe. Look Who's Back is a great movie, but also horrifying, especially with recent days. Oh yeah, there's like also that film that like, God, what was it? There's this whole, I think it was Folding Ideas, talked about in a large, like, a video essay. It was actually one of his shorter video essays, but he talks about, like, narratives and how people push, like, ideas into, like, the whole concept behind making, you know, the film that Hitler did about, like, you know, I forget what it was called. I only remember the name of the book, but, like... His whole, was that like Triumph of the Will? Yeah, but like that horrible like Nazi video where he explains like there's things to learn from this. How you write and push and conceptualize an agenda to shove on people that is evil has to be packaged in a certain way, and they knew that this would work. And you see a lot of the ways that just even more minuscule advertising utilizes these things, and it's kind of crazy to think about, you know, just the way that we push narratives on people is very, it's a little bit crazy. Only really good comedy of that sort is The Great Dictator by Charlie Chaplin. No, yeah. And I gotta ask, is that where Chaplin got his mustache, was playing that role, or did he rock that mustache before that? Or was it just purely coincidence? Yeah. I could see that, Zell, absolutely. He's just, you know, he's just real picky, you know? Really measuring the size and shape of his jokes to make sure that it fit his specific, yeah. So... Yeah, if I recall correctly. Yeah, okay, because like I knew that as like being like the Chaplin mustache. It's like, he ruined the Chaplin mustache. So, but like when I knew that he made that movie, I was like, I don't know if that was after that. I was like, I don't know. Wouldn't be surprised if it came about because of the mustache. Maybe. Didn't he already have it in City Lights? Oh, okay, yeah, maybe. I don't know a lot about Chaplin, I'm gonna be real. You know, he's Mr. Charles Cipollini, a really cool guy, really cool dude. Love him. I don't know. Again, sorry, I'm just talking out my ass. I've never seen a single thing he did. I know that like my father likes a lot of like old like Harpo Marx movies. And I remember I saw like a clip of it, of just him watching a full movie. I walked in on it once when I was a kid, and it was literally just like there was a lady on a boat going, hey, you know, so I just blah, blah, blah. I was talking to my friend, and he's sitting there lighting a cigar like, yeah, whatever, you stupid bitch. And it's like, ah, and I'm sitting there like, this is like one of those bad Whitest Kids You Know sketches when they're written by the guy, by Zach, I think it is. The guy who writes all the bad sketches that suck. It's just like, this sucks. I don't get it. It's not for me. Women, am I right? Oh, I'm on my period. Like, dog, shut the fuck up. Meanwhile, you have god tier humor, you know, like you can't say this out loud, you know, can't say this on TV. It's insanely illegal. Or like, God, what's the other really great Trevor one? Like, there's so many, but like, Going Home Alone, the Home Alone one, Going Home Alone, god tier dark comedy. That is the funniest dark sketch, because after you watch it, your brain is connecting and thinking out how all of this plays out and the thoughts behind it, and it's so fucking good. It's just, that is the perfect sketch. That is just the best. I think the problem with sketch comedy has now is that with the speed of memes and internet, by the time they get to it, it's already way outdated. No, yeah, I mean, like, you run into that with, like, Weird Al Yankovic. You know what really fucked me up was finding out that the new polka that Weird Al put out was because a 10-year anniversary of Mandatory Fun, his last album that he was, like, held to by his just career-long, you know, contract. It's been 10 years since then. I'm not okay with that. That scares the shit out of me. There's time dilation for me. Like, wait, what? What do you, what now? But yeah, like, he wanted to be able to make music and do projects that weren't held down by that. He wanted to be able to, like, make, you know, solo things and make, like, not solo things, but make, like, what's the word? Singles, or release things in a more timely manner than, like, okay, by the time he's written this, run it through, completed an entire album and cleared it, and then they release it, and there's a release date, and nobody's talking about this band anymore, no one cares. But when a hit is kind of going, he wants to be like, okay, let me fuck with this hit, let me do this now, let me have this under my control to release it. Was one of his big concerns, and I don't know, I mean, I don't keep in, like, perfect, have y'all seen the, like, Is It Cake with him? That was the first video I've seen with him where I was like, is he okay? I love this man, and I hope he's okay. I mean, more than SNL variety. Oh, yeah, oh, more, yeah, no, yeah, that too, absolutely. Yeah, Pasta, it's fucked up, right? Like, is he okay? Well, here, hold on, for those who haven't seen it, I'm gonna pull that up right now. Let me see here. Weird Al, Is It Cake? There we go. Real or cake? There's an image. There's an image for you. Here, I gotta move me aside here, so let me select that real quick. I need to find where, get rid of my chair and move myself and the chair over here. Where's my background here? That type of comedy can die for all I care. No, yeah. Would you say Al's weird? A little bit. No, let me move him. That's the other thing. I remember that headline. I think it was on, like, an online article, not like a major publishing thing, but there was that headline talking about, like, crazy how in, like, you know, the world of Hollywood, in the world of, like, you know, just the popular, you know, masses of artists and musicians out there, a guy named Weird Al is, like, the only person that you would trust your daughter to be safe with for an evening or something, you know? This weird guy is, like, the most non-controversial guy ever, which is part of what makes his autobiography so funny. Do you watch that documentary about Weird Al? I think I remember you did. I watched the, like, autobiographical one that was a parody of autobiographies, and I loved it. We actually talked about it on our podcast. You're Yankovicing my chain here. Okay, right, sorry. I was moving. This is a demented still of Al. I'm trying to move me, but I'm trying to find my thing here. Where the hell am I? That's my chair. Okay, there's me and the chair, and if I can just select that and me, There we go. Oh, no, no, that's too many. That's too much stuff. Go to the thing. Give me that. There you go. And then we move us over here. And we move us over here. Over here. Over here. That's not what I know. Oh my god. We're gonna make them small. We're gonna make them small. Hold on a minute. Let me see here. I fell out of my chair. Oh no! Ah, help me! Where's my... I've fallen out of my chair and I can't sit up. Let me find my... That dates me. There's an outdated joke. Let me find... Let's get rid of my... Where's my background? Where the hell are we? So we're capturing that window. I have so many layers. So many layers! Because, you know, I got like the throwing system here. I got the other fun stuff. Here we go. The window... Capture. Is that it? That's not it. It's never been it. It's not real. None of this is real. It's all fake. I'm bringing you lies. You're like, no, Breezy, no. No, don't let me down, Breezy. I loved you. Is this it? What do you mean? Where is this actually? What do you mean? I don't know where it went. Oh, is that the back? Okay, there it is. There it is. Okay, I found it. I found it. I found it. We'll make it small. Okay. Here. Break the illusion a little bit here. Let's address this video real quick, shall we?
Once again, it's time for real or cake. Real or cake? Real. Real or cake? Real. Real or cake? Real or cake?
And I remember seeing that. What was this posted? 3 months ago. He's just living his best life. No, yeah, that's one of those things that I'm like, that seems like a lot for him. That seems like, whoa. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, it's really something. So that's why, that was the thing I saw that I was just like, you all right there? You okay, Al? What's going on? Yeah, it's the most like manic thing. I love that man though. He's great, you know? And to be fair, like, you know, anything that he's like, that's dated weird, that he's said some like dumb shit, he goes back and he's just like, he'll say at live shows, like, you guys, I'm sorry for all the dumb shit I said. Like, he's open about it. How old is he now even? I know he like looks younger than he is. He's like Hollywood that old, but he's, let me see here. Weird Al Yankovic, scoobity bing dang deep dee doo. He is 64 years old. Yeah, not bad. He's Nintendo year. He's Nintendo 64. It's really him. He's really done it. My goodness. But yeah, I'm sure it was actually a cake with Rice Krispies treats in it and strawberry jelly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I imagine if he was trying to cut off his own hand, you know, that would probably have... I love how he gives the illusion of it like getting stuck on a bone, like it doesn't go all the way through. Like he really dedicated himself to that. That was some good. Yeah, he sells it. Yeah, it's a really good prosthetic. I think that's really good. Yeah, they say practical effects are the best, and it's true because. I don't know, no matter how perfect, in fact, you could say the better you make CG, the less real it looks. There's something very real about that. Oh, hey, Logo, I didn't see you. Hi, welcome, Logo. How you doing? I hope you're well. How's life for you? How are things going? We were just watching Real or Cake as Weird Al Yankovic sliced into his arm. How to Attract a Man by Drew Gooden. I've been watching more Drew Gooden videos. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I usually throw on like Northern Lion or something, but like, Drew's fun. He's fun. He's a good guy. Roughly my age and arguably mildly funnier, but don't tell anyone. I gotta make a living off this. But yeah, no, it's, we're doing well here. I hope you're doing well. They are clearly more practical. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, cause yeah. No, but yeah, like practical stuff, really good. You look at like Shin Godzilla, you know, flooding an area, destruction of things. It's better to do that with a small scale thing and shoot it like it's large And it gives you a realistic output of flooding and things happening and stuff like that. That's a real thing that you're looking at. Computer-generated things look so unreal that it's just, that doesn't, it's not real. It's not real. Why am I pumped for the new Aliens? Oh, why you're pumped for the new Aliens? Oh, are they doing practical effects? Are they doing the Thing? Are they doing the Thing? Was that the Thing? Well, what was the one where they actually like see the fucking monster and it's all weird and crazy? Here's another fun one. Have y'all ever seen Society? We do be living in one, I know, but the movie Society, I mean, sometimes it's kind of goofy. That is the Thing. Okay, yeah, that one's great. And like, but like Society, holy shit. Like that and the Thing, like there are so many movies that like the practical effects are just amazing and creepy because they're real. They're there. Unless you can see the wires and the puppeteering itself, it looks so good, you know, and it just looks so, because you've created the illusion by an existing object, you know, and it's there and it works, and it just works. If you know what you're doing shooting it, it works amazingly well. They said that for the new Alien movie, they're going hard on the practical effect. Oh, hell yeah. I'm glad that cinema has learned. I'm glad that they know now. Wasn't Society the one with the ass face? It is. It is the one with the rich ass face. Yes, absolutely. It's, I didn't know anything going into it, but I had it highly pushed on me. Like, God, this must have even been like pre-transition, but like I saw it a long time ago, and I've seen it a couple times since then. It's just, but I went in blind, and I was like, oh, this is... What's going on? What the... Wait, what is... Oh my god! Yeah. Society. I'd love to see what modern practical effects can do now that the robotics, remote control, paint, 3D printing, etc. exists. That's true. Like, the more that we have adapted those things, the more that can do as well. In German, ass face is a common insult, so the joke wrote itself here. I mean, that's perfect then, yeah. Where is that from originally, that movie? I mean, I guess it's English? I thought it was dubbed. I don't know, because it had, like, French subtitles on it when I watched it for some reason. I don't know. Where was that originally done? I really don't know. USA? Yeah, probably. Yeah. I probably just got, like, a weird copy of it, because I watched it, way legally, very absolutely went to a theater and watched it by giving someone my money and buying popcorn and sitting in a seat, not making noise on my computer in my room illegally. That's not what I did. I you know, like we're lawful abiding vandals here that, you know, spray paint and sticker and like change the overall appearance of the cities we live in. So, you know, we're totally great, you know. Totally like the boss from Smiling Friends. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna do it. You know, like, we do be breaking laws out here. You know what they say? If buying isn't owning, then pirating isn't stealing. This is the law of the land. It is just so. I'm tired of buying a subscription to playing a thing. Let me buy games. Let me own stuff. Let me have, like, what was that service that they had for a while where, like, you would buy a game online or it would, like, ship you a game and you would get a cartridge, or at least, like, a fake cartridge and a box for the game? Like, because I know someone who had, like, a blue Windjammers cartridge, and I was like, man, that's so cool. I love that. Something about being able to physically, technically own a game that you have that just feels so right. And I love that. Gamefly? Was that them? I thought they were like the original Netflix mailing system for stuff, but maybe they did that too. I don't know. Now I want to know. Let's look it up. To the internet. Let me see. Online game ship fake solid game to you or something. There was I don't know. This is not I don't know. Yeah, no, I can't. I don't know what the trigger words to bring that up are. But yeah, there was like a thing that did that for a bit. Might have been them. But yeah, like just they would send you like a SNES thing if it was like a SNES version thing. But like you would have something to put on a shelf. Because at the end of the day, you know, as a nerd, as someone who loves games, as someone who loves music, I like having something physical. You know. That's why I love still buying CDs. Also because I have a CD ripper and with a USB port. So if at any point, I don't know, a streaming software doesn't want me to access that song anymore for licensing reasons. Oh, I can't find this online. Oh, we can't locate this thing somewhere. Oh, what's that? My files got deleted? Oh no, my hard drive. Fuck you. It's on a cabinet over there. I have physical albums for things that matter. And granted, some of them are vinyl. They're a little bit lossy. But have you heard vinyl on good headphones, have you? Physical media, best media. Exactly. I have, like, I've rebought albums that I've lost from my youth. Like, I have the things that I really never want to not have. This is the Japanese release of Kenishi's Future and Light. This is actually also the Japanese release, just kind of, it doesn't change the track list on this one in particular, but Apollo 440 is Getting High on Your Own Supply. I've got that one. That was another big, like, game changer in me discovering music and my coming of age of 10. That was when I discovered Napster with my sister and we learned what all the music was. So that was a big time for me. So, like, but that album, really, really good. But I have all of their lyrics in Kana. So that's really cool. Gotta bounce, have fun with the rest of the stream. For sure. Have a good one, Caro, and take care out there. But yeah, the also eat and drink and take care of yourself, okay? But yeah, we're gonna, yeah, just, oh my god. But there's those two. I'm trying to think what else, but there's a few that I just have that I'm just like, yeah, I want to have this physical media, both because I want to have it if I ever lose it, and also just because, man, I love having stuff. I love stuff. I hate buying things and not having stuff for it, you know? The files aren't stuff. They're just, they're data. They're boring data. Data has to be stored on stuff. Back in my day, I remember I would put my double bass boosted anti-skip protection Walkman CD player in my Jinko jeans, as was the fashion at the time. You know, but I still love it. I still have a very deep nostalgic tie to it, and overall, it's just a matter of being able to actually own something that I bought. And I love that. I could just burn it to a CD, but that looks ugly. I want to have the case art, have it sortable at a nice little jewel case or a paper case for, you know, the sake of, you know, preserving the world. That's fine too. You know, actually, has the new Bring the Horizon album come out? I think I want to buy the physical CD. I think I do. But anyway, we're talking about vinyl. Like, God, I have the, like, Are We Not Men picture vinyl for Devo. That is my prized possession. I don't even break that one out to play it. I listen to my red vinyl version of it because I'm still so damn bougie. I've got whatever that one was with the, like, Beautiful World release on it. That's like a little, like, the Spaceman head illustration. I got that little record. That one's like a small little EP. I recently obtained YMO. I was talking about this before and I couldn't remember, but was it Electropolis or was that just one of the things on there? I don't know. But I have a couple of YMO albums on vinyl. I've got, I got Rose Mountain by the Screaming Females. Oh my god, I love the Screaming Females. They're so good. I have 1,000 plus games collection physical, but at the end those are going to perish someday, so only real option is decentralized internet storage. I mean, there's that too. YMO, hell yeah. They're the best. They're the Japanese Kraftwerk, and I love them to death. But they're so good. I miss the 2/3 of them that are gone, and it's going to be also another tragedy when we lose the third, and, you know, it sucks. Who does that we have left? I forget who the other one was who died, just because, and no offense to them, but I was obsessed mostly with, like, Ryuichi. But let me see here. YMO remaining member. Where the fuck? Yellow Magic Orchestra. Let's see. Yeah, so it's like, I think, did we lose Hosono, was it? Or Takahashi? I don't remember. God damn it. But yeah, we lost one of them. We lost, like, you know, it's just, man, why do the geniuses keep dying? Anyway, they're really great. You know, they all really, like, God, especially, like, fucking Hosono did a lot of, like, video game music, even more, I think, than, like, Ryuichi did. Like, they all scored so many different things. The two died only a few months apart. Yeah. Like, it was a slow burn just because I remember we heard that, like, Ryuichi had, like, you know, he had cancer. And I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, no. We're already locked down for COVID, and now we need to hear this. Come on, we don't need this. No. Our boy! I love him. But, you know, there goes my dream of seeing them live. I know. But, you know, I saw Kraftwerk when we only had Zutter left, or at least he was one of the remaining members. Are there any real, like, original members of Kraftwerk left? We still had Zutter when I saw them live, but I don't remember who all was still there. I think they still had, like, 2 original members, and now, like, he's gone, and it's like, oh, man. They also recycled a lot of YMO songs into game OST. That's true, too. That is true, too. YMO is one of those bands that's like, if you don't know a lot about them, if you look them up, you'll find out that they were instrumental to many things in your life that you did not even realize they were responsible for. They're just that in it. But a very, very pivotal and very important sort of force were they. Really good. I gotta watch Mayanaka Punch. I gotta get up to date on that lesbian vampire anime. I just gotta do it. Like, we gotta get in on that. It's just a good idea. Let me see here. Y'all, Pandemonia is streaming Mother 3. Do you want to go say hi? I think we should. Because I just noticed it's getting to be about that time. Let's go say hello to Pandemonia VT. Oh yes, did I type it right? Did I type it right? I typed it right! Let's fucking go! Everyone, thank you for coming on down and hanging out with me. This was really fun. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a good one. And let's raid!